updates. In the NHL, Nashville Predators take on the Pittsburgh Penguins at 2 p.m. Preds on Sirius XM Channels 91, Internet 935. Penguins on Internet 941.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
Six-time Stanley Cup champion and Hockey Hall of Famer Mark Messier stopped by Sirius XM NHL Network Radio's The Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin to discuss what Game 7 means to him and what it's like to also lose a Game 7.
Well, when you think about the two greatest words in sports, you think about Game 7 for many reasons. Obviously, to get to a Game 7, both teams obviously very evenly matched from the literal sense, the Game 7. You don't have to be a sport fan to understand that something's big at stake and that you will go watch it, even if you don't know the teams, you don't know the players, you know the backdrop, because it's the greatest form of reality TV in the world, because there is going to be a winner and a loser. A lot at stake, obviously. But for me personally, it's a lifetime journey to acquire the skill set that's required to be able to perform when the stakes are the highest, under the most scrutinized pressure, when you're expected to perform. And you think about a Game 7 moment or Game 7, that's when you have to perform. It's a winner or go home situation. And what are the skill sets that are required to do that? Obviously, we've practiced our game and honed our skill set for years and years and years, tens of thousands of hours of honing our skills. But emotionally, mentally, what prepares you to play in those moments and perform when you're expected to? That, I think, is what really defines a Game 7 moment for the players that have excelled in Game 7 moments. And what are those life lessons that we can teach our young boys and girls, and the skill sets required to do that? The breathing, it's being able to slow your heart down, and your blood pressure goes up, and your decision-making is rash, and concentration varies because of all of it. What allows you to kind of really slow down and use your God-given talent, and then obviously the repetitions through your whole life that you know you can do it. You just got to be able to do it when it matters most. It's like hitting a home run, and like Aaron Boone did, or doing something special at the right moments. And I think the educational part of the docuseries is really fascinating to me there, to help our young boys and girls who will be faced with big decisions in their life. And you don't have to be a sport fan to have a Game 7 moment in life. Everybody's faced with decisions that are going to alter the trajectory of their lives in one way or another there. And we're trying to figure out what those skill sets are.
What does it feel like to lose a Game 7? Fortunately
for me, I never experienced what the Oilers did last year, of going all the way to the end in a championship game and losing in a Game 7. Anytime you get to a Game 7, it's a hard journey to get there. Two teams, evenly matched. It's been a war. It's been a tug of war. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's tired. And then to lose that is devastating. I think about my own experience in Game 7, winning 7 of them. The two still hurt to this day. What could I have done different? You always say that you got to lose in order to understand how to win. I do agree with that. I think there are lessons in loss and in failure, both as a team and as an individual. If I had my preference, I would have liked to have learned those lessons while I was winning. But unfortunately, that's just not the way it is. But I look back at it now and just think about how grateful I am for all the lessons in wins and the losses, because it really ends up defining who you are as a person and as a player.
SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio is the place for expert advice, strategy, and information from the best fantasy sports analysis to win your league. Plus, hear pick-by-pick coverage of live drafts and interviews with top players, coaches, and team executives on SiriusXM 87.
I'm Frank Track.
The Fan.
Carolina Hurricanes hockey is presented by Lenovo and is brought to you by Pepsi, Spectrum, UNC Health, Vector Security, North Carolina Education Lottery, Harris Teeter, Kia, and Cardinal Apparel. You're listening to the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
After a couple of days off, the Carolina Hurricanes return to the ice looking for a bounce-back performance following Tuesday's 4-1 loss to the Washington Capitals. But drilling down it a little further, really a chance for some of Carolina's best players to atone for some errors. Hi, everyone. I am Adam Gold, and tonight, Canes welcome in the Vancouver Canucks into Lenovo Center, trying to start another winning streak. Now as we get set to pass the 20% mark of the season, 11-5-0 is second in the division behind New Jersey, and they have the fourth best points percentage in the entire NHL, so keep that in mind when we talk about what might be wrong with Carolina. These are first-world problems, but there is still the sense that while the Canes have played well, there's still a ton more to give, especially from some of the top guys. Specifically to Tuesday's loss, Sebastian Aho's turnover just inside the offensive blue line led to the Dylan Strome goal that would become the eventual game winner. And over the last 5 games, Aho is just 38% in the faceoff circle, and he's underwater for the year. Keandre Miller also had his first really rough game as a Hurricane. He was a -2. He took 2 penalties, and the last one resulted in the Capitals' power play goal in the third that extended the lead to 2. That isn't to say the 2 players cost Carolina 2 points on Tuesday, but when your best players aren't at their best, you know what follows. Right now, I'm not sure Carolina's best line isn't the one piloted by Logan Stankoven, as he and Jackson Blake have combined with Nick Ehlers to become one of the most dangerous trios in the league, and lately they have been the Canes' best. Ehlers especially comes in red hot. He's got points in his last 5, including 3 goals, 2 of them game winners. We'll be back with lineups and more as we count you down a puck drop. This is Canes Hockey on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
It's Bo time. Fumbling the food on game day? Rookie move. But you know Bo can make your tailgate a winner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because the Carolina Legend has everything you're craving. We're talking crispy, juicy chicken loaded with real Southern flavor, fluffy, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your whole crew faster than you can say touchdown. Be the MVP this season and let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's Bo time.
Planning a tailgate? Then it's Bo time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the jumbo tailgate special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's tailgate special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles tailgate special, and go. It's Bo time.
Hey, it's Adam Golden as the Carolina Hurricanes shoot for their 8th consecutive playoff appearance. That's right, 8 in a row. That's not the goal, I should remind you. The goal is being, as Rod Brindamore likes to say, the last team standing. What do they need? Who will get them there? You know where you can find the answers on every episode of the Canes Corner podcast, live on YouTube after games, and wherever you get your podcast. Rate, subscribe, like, share, tell your friends.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center getting you ready for the Hurricanes and the Canucks. Vancouver just 8-9-1 on the season. 7th in the Pacific Division, coming off a 5-3 loss at home to Winnipeg. They, like the Canes, have injury issues as Philip Heedle's been sidelined with a concussion, and the uber-talented defenseman Quinn Hughes will miss out with a lower body concern. His potential Team USA teammate, Jacob Slavin, continues to be out of the lineup as this will be the 15th straight game they will play without number 74. About a week ago, Jordan Stahl passed his brother Eric on the all-time games played list for the Hurricanes, and I asked him, did you ever think that would be the case?
It's been a great ride. I mean, it's been fun. The commitment to come here and play with my brother was exactly what I wanted to do. And, there's always ups and downs and all those things that come along with it. But to do it alongside your brother was a lot of fun. And, the exit with him and all that stuff was challenging and part of it and part of the ride and being able to stick with it here for myself and come on the other end with an amazing team and a chance to win every year at the end of my career has been rewarding and special for me, and it's been a blast. And I didn't realize how long he played here because I played here for a long time, and he was here for a long time and gave his heart and soul to this team. And a lot of people, I don't think they realize how how much it hurt on those years and stuff like that. It just like it was hard. It was hard for me too, and but he gave his heart and soul to his team, and there's a reason why he's up in the rafters, because people in his organization for sure noticed, and they understand what he brought to the team, and I'm sure you guys saw it as well. So it's been really cool.
Injuries and scratches brought to you by UNC Health, official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes. Slavin, Chatfield, Legault are out. Quinn Hughes will miss for Vancouver, and the exact same lineup we saw on Tuesday against the Capitals, except Pyotr Kochetkov will make his third start for the Canes. Mike and Tripp will take it from here. Canes hockey on the Carolina Hurricanes radio network.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness, so you can smell unstoppable.
Hey, what do you say? John Forsland here for my friends at Buffalo Brothers. I travel coast to coast covering hockey. But when I'm back home, I head to my home away from home, Buffalo Brothers, for the best wings on the planet. You can't beat their specials at all 5 of their Triangle locations. Every pro football game day, you can get Miller Lite Draft for $4.50 and Blue Moon Draft for $5.50. Pet-friendly patio too. BuffBrothers.com. Aw, man. Now I want wings.
Welcome home with Baker Home Exteriors. Backed by a century of Baker roofing excellence, we bring expert roofing, siding, and gutter solutions to your doorstep. Transform your home today at BakerHomeExteriors.com. That's BakerHomeExteriors.com.
Complete rules for all contests on Sports Radio, The Buzz, and 99.9 The Fan can be found during normal business hours at 3100 Highwoods Boulevard in Raleigh, or always online at 999thefan.com.
The Black Friday sales event is on at John Heister Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lillington. Right now, take advantage of over $11,000 off a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee or a new 2025 Jeep Grand L. We've got 11 to choose from, but when they're gone, they're gone. So don't wait to get your $11,000 off. Jeep, go anywhere, do anything. See dealer for details. Get off your keister and get to John Heister Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lillington today.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift it. Let them dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats. Holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds and winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Come see Atlantic Spas and Billiards' brand new showroom. More wellness to experience with state-of-the-art Tilo saunas to see, more hot spring and Caldera hot tubs to sit in, and a full-service billiard and dart pro shop. Shop for awesome holiday gift ideas from grills to game tables. Outdoor recreation takes center stage with ping pong, foosball, pool tables, and more. Remodeling floor models and demos available for great pricing. Shop now and experience the beautiful brand new showroom, Atlantic Spas and Billiards, Glenwood Avenue, Raleigh, AtlanticSBNC.com.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Stay informed with The Rundown, the daily newsletter from High School OT that delivers high school sports news and insights straight to your inbox. Brought to you by High School OT and powered by our sponsors, First Carolina Bank and Smith Douglas Homes. Subscribe to The Rundown at highschoolot.com.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift it. Let them dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats. Holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds and winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Adam Gold in studio with my man Patrick Day from the Aluminum Company of North Carolina. All right, let's paint the scenario here. I need windows, but man, I don't have 3 hours to go through the process of deciding what I need, when I need it. Can you help at the Aluminum Company?
Absolutely. So, first of all, when we come out to your house to look at your windows, typical window appointment may last 45 minutes, an hour. We're certainly not going to make a 4 or 5 hour commitment to talk about windows. We're
I had
there
to
to
serve
help.
dinner last time.
Right. Listen, my wife always says, I talk to my wife all the time. We have salespeople, whatever we're doing. And my wife, I tell her all the time, I can't stand salespeople. And she laughs. She's like, you are a salesperson. I'm like, well, the difference is I'm just having a conversation trying to help people get what they want. I'm not there to pressure you. I'm just there to help you get in and out. And it's a pretty quick appointment. It's pretty efficient. So we're there to help you and make it quick.
I can vouch for that. The Aluminum Company of North Carolina, online at aluminumcompany.com.
And he's been scoring a ton of goals, has Sherwood, the Miami of Ohio product. What a play.
Now Gostisbehere with it. That's the start the Canes were looking for. Now Stahl will be stepped into by Marcus Pettersson. Get ready for that last name. There's 3 Petterssons on the Vancouver roster, including their all-star Elias Pettersson.
When in doubt, just say Pettersson.
I know.
Boy, Gostisbehere has a really heavy shot. Lankinen just fought it off with his shoulder, and Sherwood makes a super play.
It's going to be a big help for us, though, tonight, Chip. Like you said, when in doubt, we'll just say Pettersson with the puck for Vancouver. All kidding aside, this is the Canucks team coming in 8-9-1, 5-4-0 on the road. We're going to try to find a way to get a win here tonight. Carolina wants to get back to their winning ways after that 4-1 loss on Tuesday against the Caps here at Lenovo Center that snapped a 4-game winning streak.
Quinn Hughes, he looked good this morning, was a game-time decision, is not going to go. And Vancouver, we know the whole injury storyline, and makes Carolina's start so far this year even more impressive. Vancouver has had a bunch of injuries.
Kochetkov comes out of the net to play it and almost gave it away, but it sneaks through over the blue line, and here's Ehlers. He'll drop it back, but a little too far. But it finds Mike Riley, who'll dump this one into the Vancouver zone. Now, Ehlers has found his footing. 5-game point streak, 3 goals, 3 assists over that time for Carolina. And a chance now, Logan Stankoven with a tight turn. His shot right on, fended off by Lankinen. Now Myers. He can't keep it in. Chance there for Ehlers. A bouncing drive goes wide. Stankoven centering. And Tyler Myers, all 6'7" of him, gets in the way of that chance.
Well, every shift that Logan Stankoven has, in one way or another, is purposeful. Created that chance. Heavy release. Nice blocker save from Lankinen.
As Vancouver going to work. Sasson trying to clear this one out. It's important now. An entanglement. Here's a chance for Vancouver to score. Sasson takes advantage of the collision just inside the Canes blue line, and Vancouver goes up 1-0.
The priceless ability to shoot in stride. And in particular, between the legs. He created his eventual goal. Yes, there was some good fortune with the collision at the Carolina blue line, but he pokes a puck and catches Taylor Hall in the process. Then you have the collision between Gostisbehere and former Hurricane Mackenzie McEachran, and he shoots it in stride. You could see Kochetkov was indecisive. He's like, is this going to be a shot? Is this going to be a deke? And therefore he's moving a little bit. And early edge to Vancouver with execution in the blue line department, which was a challenge for the Hurricanes their last game against Washington.
Now Carolina with a bump-up shift. It's Code Kiniemi trying to play it back for Riley, but over the blue line, Canes need to tag up. This will be deflected over the glass into the netting. 16:56 left in the first, 1-0 Vancouver.
A happy birthday to Taylor Hall. I thought he was on his toes on Tuesday against Washington, and you know, 2 big saves from Kevin Lankinen. You know, before the 1-0 goal, and 34 years old. He told me, I asked him when he was walking, and I said, Taylor, how old are you? He said, 29. Then he fact-checked himself, but I thought he was, there are a lot of guys that it looked like 4 games and 6 nights against the Caps on Tuesday. I thought Hall was on his toes.
Big hit on Martinook in the corner. Pettersson. Behind the net it goes. Lankinen peering in. Stahl trying to fish it out. Carrier helps. Pop out in front, but Vancouver able to scurry it away, but then they'll turn it over. Stahl with it now. Back to Martinook in that swing just wide. Kept in at the point. Sean Walker, whose birthday was yesterday, turned 31 years old. Back for Gostisbehere. Across to Walker. Walker couldn't get that one through Besser. And Vancouver able to clear. Philip Hronek, the former Detroit Red Wing, carried it in, but the Canes able to move it back out quickly. Across the rink it goes. Svechnikov gets a touch. Stahl into the corner. You see the heavy shove there by the captain. But it'll find Hronek. He'll try to back in this one out to center ice. He does. Stahl on the way to the bench. We'll bat this one back into the Canucks zone. 15:45 left here in the opening period. Now here's a steal. Jarvis, he'll get it to Aho. Back for Svechnikov. He scores! Andrei Svechnikov ready to let it go, and he ties this game at 1.
What a heck of a job by Jarvis to kickstart this whole thing. Knocks the puck out of midair and then holds. Down to Aho, giving Svechnikov a time to get in one-timing position. And Svechnikov has added this slap shot to his repertoire, and we've seen it on display recently. Oh, what a job by Jarvis to set the whole sequence in motion, knocking that clearing attempt out of midair. And Aho and Jarvis in particular had an atypical rough night Tuesday. You knew that they'd have meant for it. They're already on the board to tie it.
And they're right back at it and looking for more now. Jarvis with it. Trying to spin away from Wielander. Play it back to the point from Miller. Now here's Jarvis separating the defense. Walks right in. Lankinen makes the chest save. Free puck. Will be scooped up here as Pettersson has it. His long pass intercepted. Jarvis right back on it. Into the Vancouver zone. Jarvis, he'll stop. Played around the boards for Aho. Aho was looking for Svechnikov, who just potted his 5th goal of the season. Now a penalty coming up, and Jarvis is on the ice in some pain.
Oh my word. Head trainer Doug Bennett will scurry from the bench. Looked like he grabbed his chin. Penalty in the process. I mean, this is a very scary moment. Consider the pain. Yeah, he's cut. No. Oh, no. It's. When you consider the extraordinary pain tolerance, the old school nature of Seth Jarvis. The stick came up. There was a penalty in the process. But it's friendly fire. Svechnikov's stick as he was battling for that puck. So they called a penalty, but the penalty will come off the board. And we just hope that Seth Jarvis, oh my gosh, that's tough to watch.
Vancouver 29's got a minor penalty for cross-checking.
They called a cross-check in the process, so Carolina will still go on the power play. And wow, is that scary.
You hold your breath now. And again, the training staff for the Carolina Hurricanes and head athletic trainer Doug Bennett have gone through about 2 seasons worth of injuries.
We'll take a look at the cross-check. I was obviously fixated on Jarvis, and then the cross-check after the fact. Okay, so no Seth Jarvis, and he's a right shot, so Jackson Blake will fill in on this power play unit.
For Carolina, it's a Powerball power play. Canes are 6 for 48 on the man advantage this year. 31st overall. Vancouver. The Canes get right to it and score! Shane Gostisbehere tees up Andrei Svechnikov. He's 2 for 2, and Carolina has a 2-1 lead on the power play.
The beauty when you win a face-off clean and you can get into your set arsenal of plays. Ehlers wins it and does so clean. Set play. Pass with zip from Gostisbehere. Really good win from Nikolai Ehlers. And 2 slap shots on the 2 goals for Svechnikov. A tool he didn't have in the toolkit his first couple years in the NHL. And he buries it before Lankinen can get over. Wow, have you seen impactful assists and finishes on both Svechnikov goals? Jarvis and Aho on the first. Ehlers, after you have Aho booted, wins the draw clean. Heck of a pass from Gostisbehere, and Andre does the rest.
Gostisbehere's second game back from injury. He got an assist in both of those, and that's a power play goal that the Canes definitely needed off of the win. 2-1 lead here. Both Svechnikov goals come 54 seconds apart. And the Canes have a 2-1 lead here. Nick Ehlers continues his point streak. Now has points in 6 right now. Vancouver coming right out in front, and Kochetkov does a great job to get across on Jake DeBrusk.
Jake DeBrusk, and this has been somewhat repetitive in his career. He starts slow and then he heats up in the goal scoring department. And if you watch Kochetkov's movement, you know, you don't put the breakaway on him, but he moves so much better than he did on the Sasson goal. You know, there's no room for Jake DeBrusk, who right now has, without question, the most goal scoring confidence he's had so far this season.
And in particular on the power play, 5 goals on the power play for DeBrusk. Face-off will be batted back, and Joel Nystrom will get to it. And fling this one out to center ice, and Andrei Svechnikov looking for a hat trick. And he's got over 54 minutes to get there. He's already got 2 goals in this one.
And Eric Robinson filling in Seth Jarvis' spot on the Aho line.
Connor Garland will carry this in. Sidestep Miller. Little slapper goes wide. Kept in by the Canucks. Rolled behind the net. Reaching for it, Pettersson. Svechnikov will get there. He wants to clear. He'll send it out for Robinson. And a reload here for Evander Kane. Vancouver gets it in.
Evander Kane actually took a puck off one of the posts in warm-ups and had to leave. Didn't know if he'd play.
Turnover by Carolina. In the zone. Chance to get it out. That'll be deflected off of a skate. Over the glass, into the netting. Andrei Svechnikov with 2, and the Canes up 2-1.
Mike Maniscalco here, and I'm hanging out with my good friend Paul Auclair, the owner of Deep River Brewing Company and proud sponsor of your Carolina Hurricanes. Paul, tell us a little bit about Deep River Brewing Company.
Deep River Brewing Company is located at 700 West Main Street in historic downtown Clayton, North Carolina. Our brewery and tap room are open Wednesday through Sunday. We have 12 beers on tap and food trucks on site daily.
And you can find Deep River beer at local bottle shops, restaurants, and grocery stores. If you don't find Deep River at your local watering hole, make sure to ask for it by name. And remember, drink local.
Hurricanes fans, the future of entertainment is coming to Raleigh, and Lenovo is helping lead the way. Lenovo Center is home to the Carolina Hurricanes and the starting point for a highly anticipated entertainment district where technology, food, and fun will converge. As your North Carolina neighbor, for 2 decades, Lenovo is powering the fan experience every step of the way. Join us for a Canes game this season. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison. And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing it in the car during the holidays.
I do love that. We will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Everyone from 1 to 116 would love Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
WCMC-FM HD1 Holly Springs.
Welcome back inside where it's Hockey Fights Cancer Night here at Lenovo Center. And earlier this month, a few Carolina Hurricanes players had the chance to visit UNC Children's Hospital to spread some cheer and learn incredible stories of hope. And I spoke with each of these players, Sean Walker, Seth Jarvis, Charles Alexis Legault, who said these are the true heroes, these children right here who are battling cancer. Shane Willis and I also had the chance to be on the visit, guys, and it was just a reminder of how precious life is.
Hannah, thank you so much. And I mentioned at the top of the show and thinking about, if you watch the pregame show, Anthony James, dear friend that passed away after a courageous fight with cancer in September. And, oh my gosh, with the diagnosis, these young children, boys and girls, they are so authentically positive and genuine in the toughest of circumstances. So that could be a lesson for us all with attitude. No doubt about it.
Resumes here. Chipped into the corner. Carolina will bat this out. Carrier with it. Stahl. He collided with Besser, but Carrier will carry on. Out from Martin. Stahl on the backside there, but it'll be Besser skating this one away. Deflected in, it'll bounce. Kochetkov will get a whistle.
So from the pregame show, it was a Sunday afternoon game against Calgary, and I walked out there for my bench interview. Anthony James, his smile just stopped time. Sebastian Aho ended the day in overtime. I kept in touch with him, and I just talked to his mom today. She's struggling, you know, without her hero, her son, still with us. Erica, you are in our prayers. Erica, Anthony's mom.
You know, it's never easy for a parent to lose a child. And our thoughts are with all of those, especially here tonight. Hockey Fights Cancer Night is in the fight. Continue to battle with it. And as you mentioned, Trip, the attitude is so many times so important. Think of the odds that they're going up against. Keep it positive. As you mentioned, a lesson we all can learn from. The Canes right now will send this one out for Andrei Svechnikov. He'll spin and just out of the reach of Eric Robinson. And there's Svechnikov trying to be the playmaker there and almost did. Now penalty will be coming up, high sticking as Keandre Miller gets clipped. And he'll make his way to the Canes bench, and the Canes will be going back on the power play.
Vancouver and anyone, minor penalty for high sticking.
Pierre Lambert with the announcement, working this game with Carter Sandlak. Look at Adam Foote. What a player he was. His first year coaching, and it's Kane right at the Carolina blue line. And, you know, Mike, Shane Willis talked about seam passes being a key on the power play. For me, the biggest area of growth in the power play is winning power play faceoffs clean, like Nikolai Ehlers did on the power play goal earlier.
It's Powerball power play. Canes will win this one back. Gostisbehere, Ehlers in the slot. Aho tries to let it go, but blocked up high and sent back down on Fyodor Kochetkov. DeBrusk got in the way of that offering. 8 minutes gone by here in the first period. Carolina up 2-1. Ehlers with it now. Canes on the power play. Nikolai Ehlers sends it for Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere looking for an angle. Continue to dangle with it now. He'll get it to Ehlers, but too far, and Sherwood will skate away with it. For Sherwood, his 11 goals, trying to make a move around Svechnikov. Dart behind the Canes net and just play this one back to safety to Hronek. Good play there by Sherwood to rag the puck back a little bit more. And then the Canucks will dump this in. They'll make a change.
Sherwood's had a good start to this game. Played at Miami with former Hurricane Jack Roslovic, who's playing well for Edmonton, who will be here tomorrow night.
See Jack tomorrow night, and Sherwood actually saved a goal in the opening minute of this game. Great play by Gostisbehere to keep it in. DeBrusk wants to clear. Carries it back in, and now the Canes have a chance to jump on the play as Blake moves it around. Up for Besser, and he gets just enough to poke it past Gostisbehere. And the Canes will change up their power play unit. If you're just joining us, Seth Jarvis took a high stick. It was friendly fire. Now a giveaway for Carolina and a chance. They score. Patterson short-handed on the miscue in the Canes zone. And Pettersson jumps all over it, his 4th of the year. We're tied at 2.
Puck management this week has been a challenge. The Hope drop pass, you wonder if Pettersson possibly called for it. No, Walker mishandled it, and then the drop is part of a typical power play entry, but not in your own end. The drop usually happens in the neutral zone, and that's the guy you do not want to turn the puck over to. Pettersson, really tough year last year. He put on 15 pounds of muscle. He's been very good defensively this season. Their terrific finish to tie the game.
He leads the Canucks in blocks with 38. Hadn't scored a goal in 8 games. And he gets the shorthanded goal there to tie this game at 2. As now Carolina still with time to go here on the power play. Just the waning seconds. Back for Walker. Fakes the shot. He'll get it to Miller. Miller through traffic, and that misses and goes off the glass back out to the Canes blue line. And follow the bouncing puck. Carolina will settle it down. Kotkaniemi plays it back. Walker bangs this one off the boards. Hall will get a chance to chase. Bang with Nylander. You see Hall come up with it. Now back here for Riley. Mike Riley. As the puck roll on him, Lankinen reached for it. Behind the net it goes. And Pierre Oliver Joseph will get to this. Backhand it. And Nikishin with a good play. Settle it down, and he's got room to operate with. We'll take a look for Carrier, and it'll go off of Will Carrier, so no icing. Vancouver's able to clear and offside as Martinook was just offside.
NHL lost a giant yesterday. A genius with the pen, an even better human being, a Hall of Famer, Larry Brooks. I was proud to call him a friend. Back after this.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift it lets them dream just for a bit. Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats, holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
For almost a decade, the Hurricanes have trusted their t-shirt needs with Cardinal Apparel. Carolina Hurricanes alumni Shane Willis here to tell you Cardinal Apparel has expanded and relocated to better serve their clients across the state. Formerly known as Raleigh Screen Print, Cardinal Apparel will produce high-quality screen printing while working directly with customers. Don't waste your time online trying to order through third-party vendors. Save money and time working with Cardinal Apparel. Visit cardinalapparel.com to start your order today.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
With 3 goals and 4 assists, he now has 8 assists on the season to go with those 3 goals, and a big power play assist tonight here for Andrei Svechnikov. And you can just sense he's getting more and more comfortable with each passing game.
Well, he has 3 games after this one before playing in Winnipeg, where he spent 10 years. A week from tonight, his momentum is stellar. Super to see.
See if he can keep it up as we're past the halfway point of this opening period. 2-2 game. And special teams has played a part. Power play goal for Carolina and a shorthanded goal for Vancouver. And the Canes are 1 for 2 on the man advantage here tonight. Andrei Svechnikov with both goals for Carolina. Max Sasson and Elias Pettersson, the goal-scoring Pettersson, with the shorthanded marker for Vancouver. That's where we're tied at 2. Stahl works this one down low. Going to be chipped by Carey. Martinook out in front for Stahl, trying to center it. And just getting a piece was Lucas Reichel, and that allowed Lankinen to put the catching glove and get a whistle.
Good work in the trenches from the line that thrives in the offensive zone. Pinch from Gostisbehere. Carrier continues to work. Support from Martinook. Stahl takes it from his skate to his tape. And Lankinen really, the Vancouver goaltender, just took away time and space. And a nice back check at the last second.
Canes win the draw back for Riley. Riley's shot goes off of a body. Stankoven will chip at it. That's the other Pettersson. And then a chance to get it in deep. Won't be deflected. Stankoven will angle it into the corner. Nylander has some space. DeBrusk angles it to the Canes blue line. Nice play by Riley as he takes it away from O'Connor. And the Canes want to run. Chance here, drop back. Nikishin snaps a shot. That'll be deflected over the glass into the netting. Stopping play with 8:06 left here in the first period.
Well, we just spoke about Nikolai Ehlers and the run he's on. And it started in the same spot. Uncanny. First NHL goal at Madison Square Garden. Same spot. First goal as a Hurricane. You know, I think monkey off the back of the first goal, becoming a shooting threat. And when he becomes a shooting threat, his playmaking, which is noticeable shift in, shift out, becomes that much more effective. He's been very sound defensively during the run, too.
Face-off will be slapped away by Vancouver. Miller, he jumped into Besser on that play. This one rolls its way back in the King zone. Robinson will get it up. And Svechnikov will look for Aho. Robinson has joined this line. Again, it's Seth Jarvis in the Canes locker room. Robinson putting some pressure on. Loose puck works its way around. Good play by Robinson to knock it down for Svechnikov. He'll handle it. All the way around for Aho. Sebastian Aho. We're back to the point. A chance there for Nystrom. Deflected out in front and just missed by a whisker. And a chance to keep in by Nystrom. This will roll out and Vander Kane will just flip it to the Canes blue line and the Canucks make a wholesale change.
Less than 5 games in North America last year, a few in the American League. Nystrom's been very consistent.
Hall. Mentioned he was on his toes the other night against Washington. Good play here to get it to Blake. Jackson Blake will turn. Down low. Going to make a play as Aho. Walker with a drive. Gostisbehere tries to bat that one out of midair, but it'll be deflected away. And the Canucks. Carlson with it. And Carlson is set up. 1 minute to everyone, and Aho will get this free. And a nice play by Hall as he gets on the back check and jumps into Sasson, and the Canes can get this one in deep. Gostisbehere with it. He'll look for Blake. Blake, his centering attempt for Hall was intercepted. And the Canucks back into the Canes zone just for a second. Walker gets to the loose puck. Gostisbehere. Wheel this one around. The Canes, nice play being made here. Blake trying to dive to the middle of the ice. That's deflected away. Besser. Sherwood was calling for it a little too far. Nikishin goes to get it. And then Nikishin is wiped out along the boards by Sherwood. That is what Sherwood does. Besides the 11 goals this year, which are a surprise. No surprise he leads the Canucks in hits with 79. Now Nikishin sees Besser try to make a play along the boards. Nikishin staying with him. Besser leaves it for Sherwood, but Stahl drops it back to his defenseman. Puck still loose. Riley, he reaches for it, but Stahl will intercept. Nice play by Martinook to drop it for Carrier. Carrier pull his way into the corner. Leave it for Stahl. Stahl plays it back from Miller. Miller fans on it, still finds its way through. Chipped at by Carrier. Besser ties up the Canes winger, and the Canes are able to keep it in. As it's circled around, Nystrom wants it. Martinook goes down the board. Stahl, he'll find Nystrom. Nystrom tees it up. That'll be blocked up high by Reichel. Right off the boot. Reichel seems to have a little bit of steam taken out of the stride after that.
Look at how the Stahl line manages the puck, because managing the puck has been a challenge this week for the Hurricanes. You still create a really good offensive chance, a one-timer from Nystrom. Low risk, high reward. And they always seem to make the right play with regards to puck management.
Now Nystrom reaching to keep it in. And this will be flipped out. And DeBrusk, he'll leave it back. Chance for Vancouver to try to get a little bit of offense here as Ratu wanted to play that around the boards. And will come free, Ehlers with it. Ehlers, his pass for Gostisbehere. He'll get it right back. Ehlers steps over the Vancouver line. Fakes the shot. Leaves it for Gostisbehere along the blue line. Back for Ehlers. Ehlers' shot doesn't get through. Blocked by Tyler Myers. Big man from Texas. He's able to get this one over the line. Canes, right back on it. On the tape of Blake. Blake trying to drop it for Stankoven. Stankoven, good job to get to it. A long drive. He's trying to flip that back into the corner. Was Walker. Vancouver to it. 3:55 left here in the opening period. Tied at 2. Svechnikov with it now. He's got the 2 for Carolina. Aho trying to locate Robinson. And that's taken away. Connor Garland with it. And offside are the Canucks. 3:41 left in the first period. And we are tied at 2 here in Raleigh.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Hey, Caniacs! As the official security partner of the Carolina Hurricanes, the local team at Vector Security is committed to protecting homes and businesses across the Research Triangle. Our families live here and contribute to our communities, so we have a vested interest in keeping the homes and businesses of our neighbors safe and secure. Visit vectorsecurity.com/Canes for a free home or business security assessment. That's vectorsecurity.com/Canes.
It has been a heck of a season for injuries and scratches for the Canes already tonight, Tripp, as we look at who's not in the lineup right now.
Yeah, I mean, host of injuries. And great to have Jacob Slavin join us in the booth the other night. And this scary moment earlier after helping to set up Svechnikov's first goal, the stick of Svechnikov. And it's just difficult to see Seth Jarvis and that type of discomfort. Tell you this, we all know it. If there's any possible way he can come back, he'll be back.
He is tougher than a $2 steak. We know that. It's just one of those.
I actually love those personally.
I've seen you order several of them.
Yeah. I get in trouble with the French temperatures when they don't like the fact that I don't still like a pulse in it.
Yeah, I was going to say, your steaks get to the $2 consistency no matter which ones you order.
Yep.
I digress. We move on.
And Vancouver's got a host of injuries.
Yes, they do.
You know, Quinn Hughes, the superstar that he is, but, you know, then some underrated ones, especially at center ice, and Philip Hedl and Teddy Bluger.
Well, they were counting on Hedl to be a big part. He took that big hit, and Hedl has the history of concussion problems. And he has been out for Adam Foote in his first year as the head coach of the Canucks. Canes and Canucks tied at 2 with 2:35 left here in this first period. Stahl turning with it in his own zone. Sherwood all over him, but Stahl, second chance to get it out. He'll put it right on the tape. Walker will get it to Martinook. Right back. Walker shot low. Martinook, he jumps over his stick. Stahl with a follow-up. That goes wide. Martinook will get to it. Play it back, but it goes right past the stick of Walker, and the Canes will make a change.
That was a smart shot from Walker. He was trying to catch Kevin Lankinen, trying to get a head start on a pass. And Lankinen was committed with that right toe.
Yes, Tyler Myers. Hunted down there by Stankoven. Canucks are able to clear. And now here's Blake. Blake's made a couple of good moves tonight, but Vancouver tracked that one down. Now Nystrom knows the hit's coming. He'll take it to make the play. Up the boards, and it's Blake. Blake hustling into the Canucks zone. Trying to cut across. Ehlers slaps at one. And the intention of a slap pass redirect right there by Nikolai Ehlers, who has extended his point-scoring streak here tonight. Now Stankoven will dive and have to avoid Lankinen. Good play there by the Canes centerman. And then a turnover by Vancouver at their blue line.
Hard to believe Logan Stankoven with that rush. That was his first ever fight. What a moment on Tuesday night against Martin Farivari. He has for many years, for conditioning purposes, taken boxing classes.
He threw some haymakers as a long drive. Put on there by Ehlers. Lankinen has to kick that away. This is the other side of the blue line. Walker up, plays it for Aho. Aho taking a look. He gets it to Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere keeps it in on the blue line. Down low for Robinson. A little too far, and Hronek has some room. 35 seconds left here in the first period. And this backhander is flipped over the glass into the netting.
Out of this world wins are here with Cash Pop.
Hurricanes have had a decided edge in the period. They've just really gifted Vancouver a couple of goals. This is what I'm talking about, where Lankinen was committed to the shot. And Walker tried to catch him, trying to get a head start, moving to his left, and then wisely shooting in a spot where if it's a loose rebound, Martinuk would have gotten to it.
Face off. Carolina will get to this. Bounce back into the Canuck zone. Into the corner. Svechnikov, Robinson, and Aho trying to grapple for it. Back to the point. Sent all the way around. Good play by Nikishin. Riley jumps in. Svechnikov will play it. Back to the blue line. Kept in for the moment by the Canes. Now to be escorted out by Vancouver. Trying to get a break. Besser with it. Besser. Long shot kicked away by Kochetkov. Riley plays it to the boards. And that is how the first period comes to a close. Andrei Svechnikov with his 5th and 6th goals of the season as Carolina tied at 2. And he'll join Hannah Yates in our first intermission report. Tonight, it's not only about the scoreboard, it's about all of those in the battle. From pediatric cancer all the way up. It's Hockey Fights Cancer Night here. And the Canes and Canucks are tied at 2 after 1.
Do you suffer from being tired of the typical forms of entertainment with long waits, loud crowds, and overpriced nachos? Maybe you have a joy deficiency? Then you may be eligible for Deep River Sporting Clays. With just one visit, you may notice improved laughter and reduced stress. Side effects may include smiling too much, uncontrollable high fives, spontaneous competition, and minor bragging rights. Ask your adventure doctor if Deep River Sporting Clays is right for you. Located just off the beaten path, exactly where you need to be. Visit deepriversportingclays.com.
It's bow time. Fumble in the food on game day? Rookie move. But you know Bo can make your tailgate a winner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because the Carolina Legend has everything you're craving. We're talking crispy, juicy chicken loaded with real Southern flavor, fluffy, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your whole crew faster than you could say touchdown. Be the MVP this season and let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
Planning a tailgate? Then it's bow time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the jumbo tailgate special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's tailgate special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles tailgate special, and go. It's bow time.
Bad. Adam Gold here inside Lenovo Center, 2-2 after one period. And the first 10 minutes were a gong show. Carolina's got 2 Andrei Svechnikov goals and have set up both Vancouver goals. Taylor Hall fails to keep the puck in at the offensive blue line. Then Shane Gostisbehere collides with a Vancouver player. There's nobody around. Max Sasson picks up the puck, skates it alone
on Pyotr Kochetkov and goes 5-hole. That made it 1-0. Then the Hurricanes get a power play goal from, the first goal was Seth Jarvis keeping the puck in the offensive blue line, knocking the puck down out of the air. He gets it to Aho, passes Svechnikov in the high slot, one-timer for a 1-1 score. Then the Hurricanes got a power play and scored right off the draws. Nick Ehlers won it back to Shane Gostisbehere for a one-timer with Andrei Svechnikov. But Seth Jarvis is out of this game for now. He got clipped by, Andrei Svechnikov's stick behind the net, and he has not returned. Stick grazed across his eye. Hopefully he is okay. There didn't appear to be any blood, but that had to be incredibly painful. Seth Jarvis was down on the ice for a considerable amount of time before going to the locker room. Hopefully things will be okay. We got a lot to do here. We'll come back and listen to highlights next.
Mike Maniscalco here, and I'm hanging out with my good friend Paul Auclair, the owner of Deep River Brewing Company and proud sponsor of your Carolina Hurricanes. Paul, tell us a little bit about Deep River Brewing Company.
Deep River Brewing Company is located at 700 West Main Street in historic downtown Clayton, North Carolina. Our brewery and tap room are open Wednesday through Sunday. We have 12 beers on tap and food trucks on site daily.
And you can find Deep River beer at local bottle shops, restaurants, and grocery stores. If you don't find Deep River at your local watering hole, make sure to ask for it by name. And remember, drink local.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca Chicken, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, seasoned with authentic Peruvian spices, to made-to-order dishes, we've got something for every diet. Family-owned, local, and always fresh. Download our app today and get a free entree just for signing up. You can also start earning loyalty points and check out our weekday specials. Don't forget to order catering for your next event and wow all your guests with the Triangle's most memorable chicken. See you soon at Alpaca.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32! Blue 32! Hot hype! It's only more Hail Marys!
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
We got highlights here in a 2-2 game after one period. I am Adam Gold, and these first period highlights are brought to you by Kia, and they probably sound very Russian. Andrei Svechnikov taking a pass from Sebastian Aho to tie the game at 1.
Jarvis, he'll get it to Aho, back for Svechnikov, he scores! Andrei Svechnikov ready to let it go, and he ties this game at 1.
Credit to Seth Jarvis for starting the play with a steal at the blue line, knocking a puck down out of midair, got it to Aho, got it to Svech. Then, after a power play face-off win by Nick Ehlers, Andrei makes it 2-1.
Canes get right to it and score! Shane Gostisbehere tees up Andrei Svechnikov. He's 2 for 2, and Carolina has a 2-1 lead on the power play.
Power play goal. You see what happens when you win a face-off? Then right at the end of the period in a 2-2 game, Pyotr Kochetkov stopping Brock Besser at the death.
Now to be escorted out by Vancouver, trying to get a break. Besser with it. Besser, long shot kicked away by Kochetkov. Riley plays it to the boards, and that is how the first period comes to a close.
By the way, the Hurricanes have a power play goal, and because of that, they put the biscuit in the basket on the power play. You can stop by any participating Bojangles until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Say, I'm a Caniac. It's Bo time. Get your free Bowberry biscuits. Skate to Hurricanes.com for rules and participating locations. We will talk it over with Walt Ruff next.
Hockey is fast, thrilling, and full of energy, just like the Triangle. For 20 years, Lenovo has called North Carolina home, fueling innovation right here in our community. At Lenovo Center, Lenovo and the Carolina Hurricanes continue to elevate every moment on and off the ice. From the rink to the seats, it's all about power, speed, and connection. Cheer louder, celebrate bigger. The action starts at Lenovo Center. See you there.
For almost a decade, the Hurricanes have trusted their t-shirt needs with Cardinal Apparel. Carolina Hurricanes alumni Shane Willis here to tell you Cardinal Apparel has expanded and relocated to better serve their clients across the state. Formerly known as Raleigh Screen Print, Cardinal Apparel will produce high-quality screen printing while working directly with customers. Don't waste your time online trying to order through third-party vendors. Save money and time working with Cardinal Apparel. Visit cardinalapparel.com to start your order today.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center. It is 2-2 between the Hurricanes and the Vancouver Canucks. Joined now by Hurricanes.com content maestro, wizard of the keyboards, the one and only Walt Ruff. All right, 2-2. Before I ask you about the period, thoughts on what you saw from the Seth Jarvis issue?
You hate it. You hate to see it. Nothing good about it. Anything beyond that would probably be speculation at this point. We know he won't be back tonight. Hopefully,
did they already declare
yes.
him out tonight? Okay,
yep.
I checked before and I didn't see it.
Yeah, right at the start of intermission, Hurricanes PR rolled him out for the night. Just hope it's not too bad. I guess that's all you can say right now, right?
Yeah, I didn't see blood, but you could tell there was a lot of pain. Immediately there was pain. Weird thing is, they called a penalty. Not really sure there was a penalty.
No.
Right?
That was a tough one. Vancouver deserved to be frustrated with that. It looked like Adam Foote was pretty unhappy, and then, of course, Carolina goes out and scores
a power play goal.
Later.
They're not happy about that. But see what happens when you win a power play faceoff.
How about that? And we were just talking on Sunday in Toronto about this team's success off of offensive zone faceoffs this season. They've been on a roll with that lately, and I believe there was a Sebastian Aho win, correct?
No, Ehlers.
Wow.
Aho kicked out of the faceoff circle like half the time.
How about that?
He's been in it.
Nick Ehlers, when you're hot, you're hot. So secondary assist for him, right? Was it 6 in a row with a point?
That is absolutely true. Aho already had an assist from earlier.
That's true.
In the period.
Andre's first.
And while Seth was in the game, he makes the play at the blue line to knock the puck down, gets it to Sebastian, quick pass to Spetch. What I like to see most, I know we have a power play goal from Spetch. What I like to see most is chemistry between Aho and Svechnikov.
Yeah.
That, to me, that's, for this team, that's kind of the game changer, isn't it?
It's a lot of trust, too, especially with the room Sebastian had to walk toward the net on Andre's first. That kind of looked like a forced pass out into the slot because the Canucks had a couple guys in the vicinity there. But my goodness, Andre must be feeling it right now because he didn't have a whole heck of a lot of room. He had Connor Garland coming on his backside. Right. Still found a way to get it off, and it beats Lankinen.
Yeah, that's good. And again, looking for somebody with some size to play with Aho because he's going to get those matchups. You know, we're always thinking about what's going to happen April and May, right? And to me, that's a game changer. If those two guys can work together, then that's a true playoff top line, right? Jarvis, Aho, and Svechnikov. Two guys who struggled. So let's talk a little bit about Aho and Keandre Miller. Two guys who struggled big time against Washington. Those two guys. I think they've both been very good tonight. You could tell Aho's playing with a little bit of venom from what happened Tuesday, and Miller has decided to be physical tonight.
Two ultra-competitive human beings, right? Yeah. We've known that from Sebastian for years. We knew it was not a good performance from him on Tuesday. It was pretty clear in the eye test. There have been plenty of intermissions over the years you and I have talked about. You can just tell when Sebastian has it going early on. He didn't have it on Tuesday night. No. He's got it going tonight. Love that. Keandre Miller, obviously a huge part of his downside on Tuesday were his trips to the penalty box, but walking that fine line is an important role in his game because he does have the size to be physical. We talked a lot about his athleticism. He has the ability to really hurt some guys, too, with his physical nature, and so it's great to see him utilizing that to his advantage this evening.
Eric Robinson getting the opportunity today. Well, I mean, who knows how the rest of the game is going to play out. Robinson has gotten off to such a good start, and I've talked to Rod about this when Rod Brindamore, if people don't know, the head coach of his team. I know you knew that when I was referring to Rod, Walt. But I talked to him when you don't have Carrier and Robinson in the lineup, you lose flexibility. Mm-hmm. As much as anything, when you've got those guys back, you can play Robinson up. They could play Martinook up. They've done that before. And when you don't have those two guys, your options are so limited. And now there are more options, so Robinson's getting that chance.
We know how much Rod Brindamore loves his interchangeable pieces, right? We've talked a lot, too, about how he kind of operates his forward lines as pairs with the third guy. And when you bring that up, I think about this time last year when Eric Robinson was playing some of, if not the best hockey we've seen from him in a Hurricane sweater. I believe it was a second line of Eric Robinson, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and Martin Necas that are lighting the world on fire last November. So he's capable of playing with those guys. You'd like to see him elevate his game, and good on him for getting the opportunity.
Yeah, it's funny because we've talked about that and how when Robinson went up and played with Kotkaniemi and Necas, that's when the line really took off. But if we're being honest, you and I could have played with Martin Necas last year, and we would have probably had 40 points.
We could have tapped some in.
He, somewhere along the line, he skated close to the sun, and that was that. All right, Walt Ruff, Hurricanes.com, content maestro, wizard of the keyboards. I probably had other questions, but we're out of time.
That's okay. We'll try again tomorrow.
All right, we'll do that. Walt Ruff, thank you very much. All right, we'll come back with a check of the NHL scoreboard, maybe even a little more, after these words from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
He's setting up the play at Penn Station East Coast Subs.
Can I get a 6-inch hot-grilled Italian sub?
He shoots.
Should I grab a bag of chips?
Nope. All our subs come with fresh-cut fries.
He scores!
Everybody wins at Penn Station East Coast Subs with hot grilled subs for pickup or delivery, fresh-cut fries, 5 convenient triangle locations. You're set up for a great meal any day when you do it the Penn Station way. Check out the menu and order online today at penn-station.com.
See if you're a winner every night. Watch live lottery drawings on WRAL-TV's 11 o'clock news. That's right, Carolina Pick 3, Carolina Pick 4, and Carolina Cash 5 numbers every night on WRAL-TV's 11 o'clock news. See if you're a winner before you go off to bed. Get your lottery numbers live every night.
North Carolina Education Lottery.
Only on WRAL-TV's 11 o'clock news.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
The bar is impossibly low for Bryce Young and the Panthers' passing game. The defense, the running game, they're playing well enough that you only have to give so very little production in the passing game and everyone's happy. Throw for 200 yards, get a touchdown, give a little bit of confidence so when you drop back, everybody doesn't hold their breath.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center. It is 2-2 between the Hurricanes and the Vancouver Canucks. Let's check a first period scoreboard brought to you by Cardinal Apparel, proud partner and T-shirt provider of the Carolina Hurricanes. Only 3 other games going on, only 2 in this continent. 1 is already done. The Predators and Penguins played in Stockholm, Sweden. And get this, Philip Forsberg for Nashville, a Swede, tied it with 70 seconds left, and Steven Stamkos won it in overtime as Nashville beat the Penguins 2-1, again, in Stockholm, the International Series. Flyers and Blues will start in about 5 minutes in St. Louis, Islanders and Mammoth in an hour in Salt Lake City. Clemson leads Louisville in the first quarter. It is 3-0 Tigers. They are at Louisville, and Duke is rolling up Indiana State right now. It is 51-32. Blue Devils at the half. North Carolina will play NC Central coming up in about 1 hour. Carolina's got a couple of goals from Andrei Svechnikov, his 5th and 6th of the season. The first from Aho and Jarvis, the second from Gostisbehere and Ehlers. The second one came on the power play. Canes are 1 for 2 on the power play. They've outshot Vancouver 8-4 in the game. Both goals, though, gifted to the Canucks by Carolina mistakes. Mike and Tripp will have the second period, and by the way, Seth Jarvis out for the rest of the game. I'm Adam Gold. We'll see you after 2.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
WCMC-FM HD1 Holly Springs.
Andrei Svechnikov responsible for both Canes' goals in that first period. And in that 2018 draft class, Quinn Hughes leading the way with points, although he is out tonight with an undisclosed injury. And there's Andrei Svechnikov, third out of that draft class. We'll see Evan Bouchard tomorrow in the Edmonton Oilers. And we'll see Rasmus Dahlin at the end of the road trip that we'll embark on after the Canes take on Edmonton tomorrow. And that road trip starts Monday in Boston. And the Canes looking for a little bit of revenge on the Bruins. Right now we get ready to start the second period. This game tied at 2. And if you are just joining us, Carolina will be without Seth Jarvis for the rest of this game with an upper body concern. When we get more word on what it is, we will let you know. As Sean Walker behind his net bumps this out for the Stahl group. Carrier will get it to Martinook. And as puck possession goes, this group is the line that finds a way to hang on to pucks and create some opportunities, and doing that right now is across the rink for Gostisbehere, but going a little too far back, and Sherwood with it. Watched by Walker, and then Walker finishes Sherwood along the boards, and Stahl can get to a loose puck. Worked out for Carrier. Chipped in by Martinook. Martinook, excellent forecheck here. On the other, Elias Pettersson. On the boards it goes, Hronek. A high flip out to center ice. Nystrom got entangled there, but no worse for wear. As this puck will move around. Connor Garland got in the way. Now the Canes working their way in, a shot through, and Svechnikov had it deflected at the last moment. Miller for Nystrom. Aho plays it back. Nystrom's shot. That'll bounce to Miller. Right on save made by Lankinen. Oh, what a sprawling save as Lankinen keeps this one tied. Svechnikov back for Aho. Sebastian Aho. He's working with it. Chance here. Robinson out in front. Without his stick right now is Elias Pettersson, the defenseman, and this goes through the skates of Miller and trickles out over the Vancouver blue line.
Explosive movement from left to right for Lankinen. Miller just couldn't get it upstairs like he needed to, but a tip your cap, big save.
Aho, his pass deflects. Riley puts one right on. Rebound by Robinson, and Lankinen is stout, and he'll hang on and get a whistle.
Lankinen, who does a lot of visualization work, big part of the fact that he has made his mark in the NHL, and I mean, that would have been pretty tough for Keandre Miller skating into it on his natural side to get it upstairs. Probably would have liked to have released the puck a little bit more on the toe where the majority of the curve is. And, you know, you look at the movement of Lankinen to make that big save.
Now Ehlers will get to this. Off of the face-off. Drop it back. Kept in by Nikishin. Nikishin, his shot. The flex comes free, and that's put on by Ehlers. Another save by Lankinen. Ratu trying to move that. It comes back to Ehlers. Chop at it, but it'll go wide. Opportunity for Drew O'Connor to clear it out. Sends it a long way where it'll be Ratu with it. His shot right on, and that'll be absorbed and hung on to by Kochetkov. Show your heart in lavender. The Hockey Fights Cancer Collection is available right now, featuring exclusive, one-of-a-kind items. Every piece represents strength, hope, and the Hurricanes community. Find yours today at the Carolina Pro Shop.
Boy, those are some beautiful jerseys.
They all are.
Yeah, the Hurricanes are going to be just fine in this game. They look refreshed after 2 full days off, which is a rarity in this Olympic condensed season, if they just manage the puck well.
As Vancouver gets that shot through, as you get a look from Pyotr Kochetkov would be staring at. Wrapped around the boards and a chance for Kotkaniemi to clear. He goes high to the middle of the ice. Knocked down by Hall, but they're going to say Blake's offside.
I think they may call a penalty here.
See behind the play. Yes, they are calling a penalty.
Carolina 26 got a minor penalty for slashing.
Walker behind the play.
Pierre Lambert was the trail official. Vancouver, this will be their first power play of the night. It happens in the Carolina. It was an Adam Foote type slash that you could get away with back in his day. What a career he had. The Colorado Avalanche. Multiple-time Team Canada teammate with Rod Brindamore.
He was one heck of a member of those Avalanche teams. And as you mentioned, international play as the Canes penalty killers have to go to work here. Canes have killed 45 of 55, 10th on the kill overall this year. Vancouver operating with a Hronek shot deflected wide. That breaks the stick of Miller. He's got to drop it. So now, in essence, it could be a 5-on-3. Miller trying to take away the pass. They score! DeBrusk was up front, but Connor Garland gets free, and this one gets through Kochetkov. And Vancouver's up 3-2.
Let's first look at the Walker slash. It's in the midsection, and no mistake with the puck movement. Seam pass, Miller no stick, and wow, that's an underrated finish from Connor Garland. To get this puck with the pace he did to the net. Net front from Jake DeBrusk. I mean, that's a pretty amazing finish. All of his weight, the opposite direction of the release of the puck, and Connor Garland makes no mistake. Heck of a seam pass to kickstart it all.
Now Brock Besser, he's got a point streak now. And he has just moved into the top 10 all-time in scoring in Vancouver Canuck history with that assist. Going to finish rather high one. This is Myers with a shot. That deflects way off of Kochetkov's pad. Reaching for it was Nikishin. Blake across for Stankoven, but Ratu gets in the way. Chip that again, and now the Canes. Blake will keep it in just inside the blue line. Second opportunity. Good work here by Blake. Now Stankoven. A bit of a size disadvantage there against Tyler Myers, but putting the pressure on. Now O'Connor hands it off to Ratu. Ratu was one of the pieces involved in the Bo Horvat trade. Anthony Beauvillier from the New York Islanders a few seasons ago. And now here's Blake. Long second period change. Can the Canes take advantage? Drop for Nikishin. He wings one that Lankinen will steer to the boards. And behind the net, Hronek. Moved around by Hall. Now it's a chance here. Walker's drive blocked right back to him. Kotkaniemi behind the net. Tries to chip it back from low to high. He does. Walker. Good move. Hall. And make sure it stays deep. And Elias Pettersson will get to this one and dip it back for O'Connor. Up the boards and out of the zone. Sherwood trying to turn away from Gostisbehere. Kotkaniemi with it. He'll flip one high. That'll be caught and hung on to by Lankinen.
Well, Adam Foote has to be very pleased with the puck movement. And, I mean, you just look in the all-important special teams department after Svechnikov gives Carolina their first lead, a beautiful power play goal. Big-time special teams impact. Pettersson shorthanded. That's the biggest goal of the game so far. And then making quick work of their first man advantage of the night. You know, so an early edge for Carolina in special teams now. 2-1 for Vancouver. What is a 3-2 lead?
Aho. Face off batted away, but no help there from Hall to keep the pressure on. Worked around the boards. Gets through Nystrom. Up for Garland. Garland sends it out, and a chance out of nowhere for Wielander, who was jumping up with a middle lane drive for the defenseman. Pettersson with it. He's got 2 points tonight, a goal and an assist. It's Marcus Pettersson, former Pittsburgh Penguin. I'll go wide, Connor Garland. Watch there by Miller. This will be scooped up by Evander Kane. Back to the other Pettersson down low. Garland. Watch here by Miller. Into the corner. Nystrom trying to find a seam. Pawed down, not out. Now a chance to clear it out for Nystrom. Now Nystrom into the Vancouver zone. Looking. He'll circle the net. Drop back. Oh, right on. Oh, gets to the rebound. Lankinen comes across. Still loose. No whistle. This puck will be picked up by Sherwood, and he'll fire it into the Kane zone.
Nystrom has a tremendous stutter step. His first NHL point against Buffalo last Saturday, he had it in the same spot he did, eventually leading to this Aho one-timer and then the Hall rebound. Lankinen has made some big saves. Keandre Miller, prior to the Vancouver power play goal, and now 2 here. But Nystrom created it as he was carrying the puck with a stutter step. Just creates time and space. Well, he looks the part, does Nystrom. He was the central piece of Aho and then Hall's rebound chance.
Stahl in the face-off circle, wins it clean. Kept in by Walker. It'll bounce and into the circle it goes in Vancouver. We'll have Sherwood chip this one back in, and it'll be another icing.
Yeah, hockey fights cancer, Mike. I want to tell you about an amazing woman from my hometown, Kristen Werenski. We know who her son is, one of the elite defensemen in the NHL. This was at Zach Werenski's wedding. Kristen was diagnosed with breast cancer late last spring. She didn't want to have the surgery until after Zach married his beautiful wife, Odette. Kristen's doing great. An extraordinary woman.
Fantastic to hear. A reminder, get yourself checked. As Stahl's drive will be handled there by Lankinen. Carolina trailing the Canucks 3-2 here in the second.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Nugget bells, nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
We will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week.
Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion.
Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Cancer firsthand. Jackson Blake was about 4 years old when his father Jason was diagnosed with leukemia, and at the time Jason was playing in the NHL himself. The beginning of the 2007 season with Toronto, instead of taking time off, he chose to battle through it, play through it while taking medication despite losing more than 10 pounds. Jackson said at the time he didn't realize how much of a battle it was, but now that he's older, he has so much appreciation for the courage and strength of his father.
Oh, thank you for that, Hannah. Again, the things that you have to put into that go behind the scenes. The Canes win the draw here. opportunity, and there was Blake right on cue. How appropriate would that have been? Blake centering it here for Nikishin. Nikishin turns. That's blocked by Hronek. A chance for Vancouver. They only advance as far as center. Second attempt by Besser. We'll get in the Canes zone. Go through the treatments for leukemia and still be a player. And now Blake works this one up. Ehlers will turn. Back to Blake. Blake to Ehlers out in front. Stankoven with a shot. Shoulder save made by Lankinen.
Lankinen has been dynamite in this period. Vancouver has the only goal, but Hurricanes have had by far the better chances.
Now chance. Nikishin centering attempt looking for Blake, and that's knocked away at the last moment. And again, the Canes are on the doorstep now. A penalty coming up to Carolina here. And it will be Blake. It'll be a hook against the Canes forward.
Carolina number 53, 2-minute minor for hooking.
Hard-working shift for Jackson Blake, where the Hurricanes just about tied the game, and the stick came up parallel later in the shift. Ooh. It's a strict constitution, I'd have to say. Possibly grazed the glove. Canucks made quick work of their man advantage earlier in the period.
Face off here along the boards. Eastrom will get to this. Send this one all the way around. Lankinen watched there by Martinook. Talked to Joel Eastrom about killing penalties. Said that he really started doing it for the first time last year in Sweden. Hadn't had the opportunity, but as mentioned, he has seized the opportunities here in Carolina. And now this is rolled back in. Kochetkov goes back to get it. Off the glass, not out. Worked around the boards. Chipped out to the middle of the rink where Miller can get to it, and he will send this the length of the ice. And 4 new penalty killers come out for Tim Gleason.
This is going to be a mental challenge for Pyotr Kochetkov, who was the winning goaltender in Vancouver early last season. Dustin Tokarski had a shutout against the Canucks in the game here. 3 goals and 8 shots. Not really any that you point to him to be able to find his confidence.
Now here's a chance for Ratu. Drop back for Besser. Nylander. He's going to exchange it, and he'll go behind the net with it. DeBrusk will bump it out. We'll get it right back. Sherwood, his pass intercepted by Robinson. As Robinson is taking Seth Jarvis's spot on the penalty kill as well. This is whipped. And a chance here is Ratu shot right on, and a big save there by Kochetkov. He was ready for that.
Yeah, did locate that puck through traffic too. Didn't overreach on the blocker side.
Nylander will try to advance this. Little drop back for Sherwood. 20 seconds left in the kill for Carolina. Walker will get to it. Robinson looks up. He's got Aho. He'll put it on Aho's tape. Crossing into the Vancouver line, looking for Robinson just out of his reach. 5 seconds away from getting Blake out of the penalty box. Kane with it into the Kane zone. Knocked back down. Evander Kane shot kicked away by Kochetkov. 1 shot on goal as the Canes penalty killers do their job to keep this a 1-goal game. Now up the boards. And they will wave off icing. Chance for Carolina to regroup as this is shipped into the Kane zone, and they will get an icing call against Vancouver.
Lankinen has been extremely good here in this period. He has given up some second opportunities. So, if you continue to get to the net first on the attacking side of the puck, you have to have belief that the second and thirds are going to be there. A player that has reestablished his NHL career in Vancouver, Thatcher Demko, unfortunately right now is hurt.
Face off. Won by Vancouver. Kane pushes it out. Carolina will get to it, but this will be coming back into the Kane zone. Icing here. Keep your head in the game. Text Caniac to 919-705-0896 to get Canes news, ticket offers, and merch deals sent straight to your inbox.
Is he doing it right now? Significant defensive zone faceoff coming up, and Jackson Blake comes in to guarantee the faceoff win. Hurricanes have had a decided edge in the faceoff circle in the first half of regulation.
Now this puck through the slot doesn't get through Miller. Blake, he'll get it right back from Stankoven. Blake trying to drag and shoot, but defended well there by Pettersson. Marcus, East Carolina, will deny entry to Vancouver here with 9 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the second period. Canucks lead 3-2. Blake, he gets it going, angling into the Vancouver zone, dangling with it, shot just wide. And that goes off the boards. And now the Canucks break free. Joseph with it. Up for DeBrusk. He'll get it down low. Joseph moves it around to Ratu. Centering attempt. Knocked away by Carolina. Riley overskates the puck. And Ratu was left alone but couldn't get the feed, and Carolina can clear.
Ratu's the one that got a piece of that Blake shot. What an individual effort from Jackson Blake.
Kotkaniemi trying to set up, but that'll come out of the zone. And Kotkaniemi with a nice finish there on Ratu. Now this one will be played off the boards and back into the Vancouver zone. Lankinen plays it away from Wielander. And Marcus Pettersson will drift into the Kane zone. He'll drop it back. Sherwood. Kiefer Sherwood centering attempt. That misses everybody. And Svechnikov. He will try to beat Lankinen into the puck. He will get it now. Stankoven with it. Lankinen has to drift back in. Lucas Reichel will get a touch. Canes will keep it in with Gostisbehere. Around the net it goes for Aho. Sebastian Aho taking a look short side. Lankinen makes the save with the chest. Rebound into the corner. Scooped up Svechnikov. Walker lets it go quickly. Another save. Rebound. And Lankinen gets to that one on Gostisbehere.
And there are those rebounds. They're there to be had. Aho and Lankinen, really interesting matchup. They'll probably both be on Team Finland. The general manager, Jari Lehtinen, is here tonight in the building. And I think you're going to wait for a commercial break here because this puck came from the other side of the red line. Lankinen elected to hold on, so it's like an icing play for Carolina. They can pick their face-off down. What an individual effort. I think it was Ratu that got a piece with his stick right at the last second. You can see what Aho's looking at. He's got room over that short side shoulder. He just doesn't get enough rise. There's the rebound that Gostisbehere nearly takes advantage of, but a fine save.
Face off. Stahl wins it. Carrier, Miller, Nystrom. Sent around. Stahl with it. Stahl, he'll step away. And the captain using his size here. Play away from Reichel. Now a chance. That'll be deflected before it can find its way home. Second opportunity is Nystrom jumps into the play, but Miller will go back to get it as it comes across the Vancouver blue line. Second opportunity now from Miller. Back for Nystrom. Nystrom all the way around the boards. Myers. He'll get help from Elias Pettersson, and out to center ice it goes. Nystrom loses an edge. Pettersson, and he gets a heavy shove. Still tried to hang on to the puck. Good play there by Nystrom. Now up for Hall. He'll break into the Vancouver end. Sent all the way around. Kotkaniemi wants to get to it. Lined up by Kane. Robinson comes on. Deflected out in front. Kotkaniemi couldn't settle it. Off the glass, but Kotkaniemi will track it down. Get some help here from Gostisbehere. He'll turn, but his pass is read in Vancouver. That'll be offside as Kane on the wrong side of the blue line. Anna Yates will chat with Rod Brindamore when we come back here in the second period.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift it lets them dream just for a bit. Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats, holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds and winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
For almost a decade, the Hurricanes have trusted their t-shirt needs with Cardinal Apparel. Carolina Hurricanes alumni Shane Willis here to tell you Cardinal Apparel has expanded and relocated to better serve their clients across the state. Formerly known as Raleigh Screen Print, Cardinal Apparel will produce high-quality screen printing while working directly with customers. Don't waste your time online trying to order through third-party vendors. Save money and time working with Cardinal Apparel. Visit cardinalapparel.com to start your order today.
Hey, Caniacs! As the official security partner of the Carolina Hurricanes, the local team at Vector Security is committed to protecting homes and businesses across the Research Triangle. Our families live here and contribute to our communities, so we have a vested interest in keeping the homes and businesses of our neighbors safe and secure. Visit vectorsecurity.com/canes for a free home or business security assessment. That's vectorsecurity.com/canes.
Welcome back inside, Rod. More injury adversity with Seth Jarvis leaving this game. I know it's tough. Obviously, your group continues to push and get some looks here. How would you like to see them continue building?
Yeah, I mean, we played well. We just gave them 3. You know, you can't take dumb penalties, and then you dumb turnovers, and you know, the rest of the game has been pretty good. But we got to just keep doing what we've been doing the last 2 shifts and not get too excited and try to, you know, score 5 in one shift. It's just we just got to stick to our game plan here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know, this game, you know, should be and could be probably 3-0, 3-1 Carolina, but it's not. And this has been a trend this week of, you know, giving goals to the opponent, Washington and now Vancouver for free. Hurricanes have otherwise, Rod is right on. They played very well and had a decided edge in the game.
This is sent back into the Vancouver zone. Lankinen will play it around. Up the boards, Canes will get to it. Quick turning shot by Stankoven, that's deflected. Riley with Trapka out in front, Blake will get to it. He'll turn, jumps over the stick on the rebound. As we've shown you that Lankinen, while he's been outstanding, and Canes are offside here, he's been giving up some rebounds tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the rebounds are there. Other than the gifts, I love the way Carolina's playing tonight. You know, and even pre and post losing Seth Jarvis and his Goliath importance to this hockey club. They've got to figure if they just execute properly, in particular at both blue lines, how they read the play and react accordingly managing the puck, they're going to have more than ample opportunity. You know, they've been one of the top scoring teams in the NHL so far this year.
That guy up front's having a good time. Face-offs won by Vancouver. Canes will roll this one back into the Canuck zone. So get some of that puck management here. Click its way out of the Vancouver end. And a chance for Kotkaniemi. He'll backtrack. Hand it off for Walker. Under 6 minutes remaining in the second period. Canes trailing the Canucks 3-2. Chance here for Sasson. Spinning drive is put right on, and a nice save made there by Kochetkov. That opportunity from Linus Karlsson. And no such thing as a bad shot. And Fyodor Kochetkov has been alone with his thoughts for a good portion of this period.
He's settled himself and made 2 or 3 of his most confident saves going back to that most recent Vancouver power play.
Myers with it. One-time Rookie of the Year with the Buffalo Sabres, but it'll be given away. And Aho with it. Sebastian Aho shot right out. Rebound was there, but Lankinen gets the glove and gets the whistle. 5:11 left in the second. Canes down 1. Mike Maniscalco here, and I'm hanging out with my good friend Paul Auclair, the owner of Deep River Brewing Company and proud sponsor of your Carolina Hurricanes. Paul, tell us a little bit about Deep River Brewing Company.
Deep River Brewing Company is located at 700 West Main Street in historic downtown Clayton, North Carolina. Our brewery and tap room are open Wednesday through Sunday. We have 12 beers on tap and food trucks on site daily.
And you can find Deep River beer at local bottle shops, restaurants, and grocery stores. If you don't find Deep River at your local watering hole, make sure to ask for it by name. And remember, drink local.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Spectrum TV Fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32! Blue 32! Hot hype! It's only more Hail Marys!
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
As tonight is Hockey Fights Cancer Night here at Lenovo Center. It's always good to see teammates standing up and fighting for each other.
Well, the care that this Hurricanes team has had for each other. Stahl after the hit on Jalen Chatfield, and then Anderson hit from Dowd, and then Stankoven patrolled it himself and said to his dear friend, his closest friend on the team, Jackson Blake, I'll take care of this. And that sandpaper, that pushback, I think has taken steps forward this year. And as I mentioned earlier, for Logan Stankoven, he had never been in a fight, juniors or professionally.
Face-off won by Carolina. Aho, he'll get his own rebound. A little backhand try, centering it out in front. Lankinen extends. Gostisbehere knocks it down where Aho can scoop it up. And his centering pass just wide of Svechnikov. Blake with it. And stop. Svechnikov at the side of the net. Knocked back, but kept in by Shane Gostisbehere. Now Blake plays it for Aho. Aho, one-timer through, and a glove save made here by Lankinen. As it is Hockey Fights Cancer Night here, you can join the fight against pediatric cancer. Every donation made here tonight, if you scan that QR code, will be matched dollar for dollar up to $50,000, doubling the impact with the V Foundation and the Carolina Hurricanes. So take out your smartphone, make the donations you need to, and again, the special night that is Hockey Fights Cancer. Hopefully get one day closer and closer to eradicating that insidious disease. As this puck is now knocked out to the blue line. Canes trying to roll it back in. Carolina with a territorial advantage here in the second period, but the Canucks with the most important stat, they have the only goal. 3-2 Vancouver. 4:20 left here in the second period. As this one is edged into the Vancouver bench.
When Seth Jarvis first left the game in that scary moment in the first period, it was Robinson with Aho and Svechnikov. And now, you know, we've seen Blake with Aho and Svechnikov. And, you know, when Jackson Blake's his rookie season took off last year, so much of the time he spent was with Sebastian Aho. So he's got a history with him. The way Blake's going, I'd be double shifting him. I'd play him plenty with Stankoven and plenty with Aho.
Offensive zone draw for Carolina as Robinson, Hall, and Kotkaniemi. Yes, Barry Kotkaniemi asked out. And this is pushed back. Hronik wants to clear, can't do it. Kept in. Nikishin's drive right on and absorbed. And getting a whistle's Lankinen.
And Nikishin and I were talking yesterday, Alexander Nikishin and I, about his ability to pass the puck. Because he can zip it. It's on the tape, and he said the two NHL players, you know, that he admired the most with their ability to pass the puck as defensemen, when he was a lot younger than he is now, were Brent Burns and Erik Karlsson. He can, I mean, pass the puck heavy miles per hour, and it's most often on the tape.
Face off, Vancouver can't get it past Nikishin. Sent around the boards. Heavy hit. Delivered there by Kotkaniemi. That's part of the game you want to see more and more out of the Cane centerman. And this puck will make its way into the Cane zone. DeBrusk swinging around the end board, scooped up by Ratu. O'Connor sealed off there by Taylor Hall. Reaching for it, those DeBrusk. He gives it back up top. Hronik tees it up. That's deflected off of a body. Into the corner. O'Connor with it again. Back up. Chance here for Wielander. That goes. Blocked out front. Good job there by Nikishin. And Kotkaniemi will wing one. To the left of Lankinen's net. Hall will pick the pocket of Vilander, setting it up for Stankoven. Stankoven gets this one. Robinson's drive is deflected over the top of Lankinen's net, and Vancouver can clear. 3:10 remaining here in the second period. As Walker wants to get this in deep. Here's Blake charging after it. Haynes will come up. Good job here. Gostisbehere. Stankoven off of his stick. Ehlers trying to get to it, but Vancouver will just feed this one back out to the neutral zone. Again, the Canes have lived in the Vancouver in this period. No goals to show for it. As Carlson has it taken away. Walker will go behind the net. Ehlers will drop it back. That's rocketing. Gostisbehere. Lankinen! He has been good in this period for Vancouver.
I mean, Gostisbehere got everything on that and then some. Why did he ever lean into it? Work below the goal line. Ehlers puts it flat late in the period. Oh, and he located that at the last second. He looked one way. The shot came on the other side. Wow, what a save. And the hit from Kokaniemi on Pettersson is a beauty. Let's listen to it. Right through the chest. Well, sometimes you need a hit when you need to get momentum. You need them too when you have momentum, which Carolina does right now despite being down a goal.
Kept in, Nystrom after the draw. Forward. Got something?
Yeah, I think the Hurricanes are down another forward. Might be Kokaniemi.
It is Kokaniemi. This one is deflected back. Nystrom playing it for Svechnikov. Back to Nystrom, rocketed it on, and Lankinen now, after giving up some juicy rebounds earlier in the period, is starting to have the puck stick to him like Velcro.
Well, the good news is that this is the front end of a back-to-back with 2 full days off. So down to 10 forwards at the moment. Fatigue should not be an issue. Rob Brennemore's conversing with Jeff Daniels about, okay, what are you thinking about line combinations here for the rest of the period with just 10 forwards? And Jackson Blake has really seen double shifting duty. He's played with Aho's line and he's played with his familiar centerman Logan Stankoven and Ehlers.
He's out here now with Svechnikov and Aho. Svechnikov with both goals tonight for Carolina. As Gostisbehere works this one for Walker. Walker through traffic. Svechnikov out front. He'll bat it across. Hanging. Blake. Gostisbehere rings it off the post. Had a gaping net. Carolina will keep it in. Blake with it. Blake trying to work his way around Garland. Back to Gostisbehere. Through traffic, but can't get all the way to the station. And Vancouver can clear. Walker has to go back to get it. 90 seconds left here in the second period. Walker will play this one hard off the inboards. Blake lets it go to Aho. Gostisbehere with a keep in now. Aho. He'll flip this one. Pawed down. You can do it legally defensively. Blake. He'll settle it down for Carolina. Walker then fumbles it, and Garland will get it out. And Evander Kane looking for a step. He shot right on, and save made. As Kochetkov gets a piece, and it'll go out of play there with 66 seconds left here in the second.
That's an important save on Evander Kane from Kochetkov because it's been all Carolina. Deceptive. Sold the shot, did Blake. Lankinen, he definitely full bite. And Gostisbehere on his offside just can't locate the partially open net. And you would typically say, well, there's just a routine stop, but with the full press from Carolina, if that goes, and it's 4-2 late in the period, so that's an underrated save, a solid one, but necessary.
Vancouver putting the pressure on here with a minute left. O'Connor looking down on him. He has it chipped. Good work there by Miller. Ratu, though, will keep this in the Kane zone for now. Nystrom will give it away to Ratu. For O'Connor, Stahl steps into the Vancouver forward. This has worked on the board, still fighting for it. Miller plays it all the way around where Marcus Pettersson has that one deflected. Ratu got in front. Now Nystrom can clear. 30 seconds left. Up for Martinook. Martinook into the Vancouver zone. Don't fight for it with Marcus Pettersson. Stahl in that big frame, but a loose puck goes to Marcus Pettersson. And O'Connor will just slide this into the Kane zone where Nikishin goes back to get it. 10 seconds left. Nikishin off the boards. We'll get it to Stahl. Can get it in deep. Vancouver will just flip this one. Will it make it for icing? They'll wave it off. Nikishin and Sherwood will meet. And that's how the second period comes to a close. Jordan Martinook will join Hannah Yates as our guest in the second intermission. We'll go after 40 with Hannah and Shane. We'll have your highlights coming up. And it's gotten physical between these teams that only see each other twice a year. And Vancouver gets the only marker in the period. Kevin Lankinen's been outstanding. Canes trail 3-2 after 2.
It's Bo time. Fumbling the food on game day? Rookie move. But you know Bo can make your tailgate a winner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because the Carolina Legend has everything you're craving. We're talking crispy, juicy chicken loaded with real Southern flavor, fluffy, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your whole crew faster than you could say touchdown. Be the MVP this season and let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's Bo time.
Planning a tailgate? Then it's Bo time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the Jumbo Tailgate Special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's Tailgate Special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles Tailgate Special, and go. It's Bo time.
Hey, Carolina Panthers fans, it's Dennis Cox from 99.9 The Fan. For all the inside information on your team, join me and my co-host, WRAL TV's Chris Lee, for our podcast, Panthers Playbook, presented by Wake Orthopedics. In every episode, we'll keep you up to date on your Panthers, and we'll do it with access only we can provide. Locker room insight, exclusive interviews, and in-depth looks at every Panthers game. Follow and subscribe to Panthers Playbook wherever you discover your favorite podcasts, or watch on YouTube.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center. It is 3-2 in favor of Vancouver in a game that Carolina is absolutely dominating. Not kidding. There's zero reason that the Hurricanes have actually even given up one goal tonight, as they have absolutely been very or way too generous to the Canucks. But credit the Canucks for being opportunistic. The 2 goals in the first period were really gifted to Vancouver. And then in the third, a really poor penalty to take for Sean Walker. He goes to the penalty box. And then Keandre Miller blocks a shot with his stick. His stick breaks. He can't use it. Nobody gives him a stick. So a defenseman without a stick is really just there. And he can't do anything about it. He couldn't get across to block the pass across to Connor Garland from Brock Besser. And Garland's one-timer beats Pyotr Kochetkov, and it's 3-2. Other than that, the Hurricanes have taken 3-1 shot attempts on Vancouver, 12-2 high-danger chances. Kevin Lankinen's been very good, although there have been plenty of rebounds that Carolina cannot get to or just cannot finish. And Shane Gostisbehere, with an empty net, hit the outside of the post on the right side of the rink, so is offside. So a little bit awkward for him, but he had so much of a gaping net. Hurricanes could easily be ahead 4-5-1, but are trailing 3-2 because that's hockey. We'll take a break. We'll come back and listen to highlights next.
For more than 20 years, Lenovo has called North Carolina home, powering technology that drives progress and connects our communities to the world. That same innovation fuels the fan experience at Lenovo Center, home of the Carolina Hurricanes. From the roar of the crowd to the speed on the ice, Lenovo is proud to capture and celebrate every moment with Canes fans. Together, we're building a future of energy, excitement, and connection. Learn more at Lenovo.com.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca Chicken, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, seasoned with authentic Peruvian spices, to made-to-order dishes, we've got something for every diet. Family-owned, local, and always fresh. Download our app today and get a free entree just for signing up. You can also start earning loyalty points and check out our weekday specials. Don't forget to order catering for your next event and wow all your guests with the Triangle's most memorable chicken. See you soon at Alpaca.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center, 3-2 Vancouver after 2 periods. There were 3 really great chances to score in the first minute, and this one is Keandre Miller, rebound from the left side.
Aho plays it back. Nystrom shot. That'll bounce to Miller. Right on save made by Lankinen. Oh, what a sprawling save as Lankinen keeps this one tied.
Eric Robinson would have a chance on the next shift, but his chance was denied by Lankinen. And then after a goal by Connor Garland on the power play that made it 3-2, Aho and Hall with opportunities.
Nystrom into the Vancouver zone, looking. He'll circle the net. Drop back. Aho right on. Hall gets to the rebound. Lankinen comes across. Still loose. No whistle. This puck will be picked up by Sherwood, and he'll fire it into the Kane zone.
Nystrom has a tremendous stutter step. His first NHL point against Buffalo last Saturday, he had it in the same spot he did, eventually leading to this Aho one-timer and then the Hall rebound.
Walker and Gostisbehere test Kevin Lankinen.
Scooped up Svechnikov. Walker lets it go quickly. Another save. Rebound. And Lankinen gets to that one on Gostisbehere.
And there are those rebounds. They're there to be had. Aho and Lankinen, really interesting matchup. They'll probably both be on Team Finland.
They certainly might. Maybe they could discuss things like how Shane Gostisbehere went off the outside of the post with an empty net.
Ehlers. Drop it back. That's rocketing Gostisbehere. Lankinen. He has been good in this period for Vancouver.
I mean, Gostisbehere got everything on that and then some. Wow, what a save.
Yeah, and then later in the period, he went off the outside of the post when Lankinen was down and out. I am Adam Gold. It's 3-2 Vancouver. We'll check in with our friend Corey Lavalette next.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
He'll play tomorrow.
Adam Gold here. It is 3-2. Vancouver in the lead over the Carolina Hurricanes here in the second intermission. Corey Lavalette, The Athletic and North State Journal, who may or may not have been banned from Twitter during the first intermission. I don't know. How are the Hurricanes losing 3-2?
Mistakes. I mean,
they're dominating the game.
This is a lot like the Washington game. Washington played a better game, but it was the same kind of thing. It was, you make certain mistakes and teams are going to make you pay, and the mistakes tonight have been egregious, right?
Right.
Bad. The shorthanded goal is one of the weirdest goals. One of the biggest on a silver platter plays you're ever going to see. Just I don't know whether that was Vancouver seeing something on film that they thought they could exploit or just a total.
Well, I mean, Carolina does. They push it up and they drop it back.
And most teams do that, but there was something there, and Stankoven looked befuddled about where the puck ended up from Walker, and mistakes are what's costing them right now. They're the better team, 5 times over. But hockey's a game of mistakes more than anything, and this is a perfect illustration of that.
Yeah, it's funny because it's actually been 3 games in a row. Made plenty of mistakes against Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
But they offensively were so much, and they've been good tonight.
Well, in Vancouver, and Toronto made even more mistakes.
That's true.
So.
And Toronto's a mess anyway.
Yes.
Right? And I'm not so sure. I don't want to talk about Toronto, but Carolina outscored their problems.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that against Washington. I mean, I've loved every element of what Carolina's done tonight except the generosity.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm totally agree with you. I think, even down Jarvis, they've, been able to pretty much generate and do things at will, right? And I don't know that Lankinen's been spectacular. He had the really nice save on the Gostisbehere one-timer there near the end of the period.
Right.
But, I mean, he hasn't, stolen the game tonight or anything. There's been rebounds available.
Tons of them.
Just, there's 20 minutes left. If they play the last 20 the way they played the first 40 and subtract just like I said, egregious mistakes, not just, we had a bad pinch here and led to a 2-on-1. I mean, you're literally handing goals to the other team, You might as well spot them the goals.
Well, that's what they've been. Every team goes through patches like this. It's hard to say any of the goals are bad goals on Kochetkov. But have you liked him tonight?
He's been fine. I mean, he's kind of. I don't fault him for anything. His 5-hole is always a problem.
Right.
So on the breakaway early in the game, that's where he's most susceptible usually, and he gets beat there. You're not surprised by that because that's kind of the weakness, right? Is he doesn't cover the 5-hole well. But beyond that, I mean,
Pettersson goal is the Pettersson goal. I just thought he was a little slow getting over on the Connor Garland.
That's a tough one because Miller loses his stick, and all of a sudden that's
There was a lot bad about that whole sequence. The Walker penalty wasn't great. Mm-hmm. Nobody giving Miller a stick because then he's useless.
Yeah,
right. And if he has a stick there, I'll bet that pass doesn't get across.
Right, you're right.
But he loses his stick in that regard. Jackson Blake playing with everybody. And now we're seeing him play with Aho and Svechnikov.
Well, I saw at the end of the period, Kotkaniemi wasn't on the bench. I don't know if that's an equipment.
He's going to center the fourth line.
If that's an equipment thing or not, but right now you've only got 10 forwards, for the night. So you try what you can try to figure out how things piece together. Blake had that great chance that he created all on his own. We also had I don't love that penalty call, but at the same time, he takes that penalty last period on the little hook.
It's a very soft penalty.
Right, but you've got to be careful.
And he's susceptible to that.
Sure.
He gets a lot of those because he is somebody that goes and tries to come underneath your stick.
Yep.
That's how he gets a lot of turnovers. So there are times where he'll miss his mark.
Yeah.
And he'll get you. That was close to the hand.
That's one of those plays where I think the ref makes the call if it leads to a turnover because then he's coming in alone.
Right.
But in that situation, he just kind of gets his stick up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't love the call, but at the same time,
he's the new Svech.
Time and play. Yeah, right.
All right, let's talk about that. We have 30 seconds. Andrei Svechnikov has apparently entered the chat for the 25-26 season.
Yeah, he looks great. I mean, he's been really impactful and, not just... He's added that slap shot, which is something he didn't have at the start of his career, and he scores twice on it tonight. But on top of that, distributing the puck really well. He and Nystrom had a little nice back and forth here near the end of the period. I like the way that, he's not just trying to be a scorer. He's not just trying to be a passer. You're seeing both elements, which is, I think that's the key to unlock him, really. He's never going to be Ovechkin and just sit there and fire shots all game because that's not how he's wired. However, if you can get both aspects of his game going, that's when he's at his best.
Real quick, Seth Jarvis up here on press row. Mm-hmm. No eye patch, hanging out with the injured down there. So maybe that's a positive sign because Carolina's they can't afford to lose him too.
No, that was scary. I mean, you just see his reaction on the ice, kicking his legs and stuff, and you're really, really worried. We've seen, Mark Stahl's the top example of that, right? So hopefully, the fact that he's not at a hospital right now or something like that.
Agreed.
Is a positive.
Corey Lavalette. Follow him on Twitter if he's still there at Corey Lavalette, right?
Yeah. I'm there for now.
For now. He's going to get bounced before the end of the day.
Yeah.
We'll come back with a check of the NHL scoreboard after these words from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Hey hockey fans, it's Trip Tracy. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
The road to college football's national championship runs through 99.9 The Fan. The ACC, the SEC, the biggest matchups will be found here.
The snap is back. The pressure's on. Mendoza throws back in the end zone. Leaping grab. Touchdown! Wow! The Hoosiers take the lead with 36 seconds to go.
College football on The Fan is powered by Wake Med, Roofworks, and Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac GMC in Sanford.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center. Get you ready for the third period, but first, the second period scoreboard brought to you by Lenovo, official technology partner of the Carolina Hurricanes. Earlier today in Stockholm, Sweden, Predators beat the Penguins in overtime 2-1. Philip Forsberg tied it with 70 seconds left. Steven Stamkos won it. Blues have a 2-1 lead on the Flyers at the start of the second period in St. Louis. Islanders and Mammoth will play in Salt Lake City coming up in about 5 minutes. Canucks lead the Hurricanes 3-2 entering the third period, although Carolina has absolutely dominated the game in every way, shape, or form. But you got to get another goal to at least get it even. When the Canes play on the road, join Stormy and the gang, Carolina Ale House. The next Canes watch party will be December 11th at the Wake Forest location. Canes will be in Washington on that evening. Carolina Ale House, exclusive sponsor of the Canes watch parties. Mike and Trip will have the third period. I'm Adam Gold. We'll see you after the game.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison. And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing it in the car during the holidays.
I do love that. We will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Everyone from 1 to 116 would love Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
For almost a decade, the Hurricanes have trusted their T-shirt needs with Cardinal Apparel. Carolina Hurricanes alumni Shane Willis here to tell you Cardinal Apparel has expanded and relocated to better serve their clients across the state. Formerly known as Raleigh Screen Print, Cardinal Apparel will produce high-quality screen printing while working directly with customers. Don't waste your time online trying to order through third-party vendors. Save money and time working with Cardinal Apparel. Visit cardinalapparel.com to start your order today.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
We get ready to start the third period here. It is Hockey Fights Cancer Night in Raleigh, Carolina, trailing Vancouver 3-2 as Jordan Stahl wins the opening draw for the third period. And this one will roll in, and Lankinen will cover it up 8 seconds into this period.
And as you finish the second period, you start the third with just 10 forwards. Jesperi Kotkaniemi joining Seth Jarvis. Kotkaniemi, after that heavy hit later on in that same shift, late in the second period, blocked a shot.
He will not return to action. Canes win the drop. Costas bearing that. Rockets over Lankinen's net. Second opportunity for Carolina. As Martinook will get to it. He tries to turn away, does stuff chance, that goes right through the crease. And out for Besser. A chance here for Vancouver. They're on the scoop. This will be sent all the way around, and the Canes can get to it. Martinook carry it to himself. Martinook hanging on to the puck. Sherwood sends him hard on the boards. Stahl, though, will get it to Carrier. Reverse around. Miller reads the play. He jumps up. His shot right into the catching glove and hung on to by Lankinen.
Hurricanes, the pace setters in the shot department through 2 periods have been the defensemen. Miller just had one. Walker and Gostisbehere lead the team through 40 minutes with 4 each. Sebastian Aho's been dangerous. He has 3. Those two back together. Of course, spent the majority of last season together.
Right now it's Hall with Svechnikov and Aho for this offensive zone draw. 45 seconds into this third period. Hall will take the draw. Bang to the boards where Aho gets it back from Miller. Miller with traffic. That's blocked. Up front. Good block made there by Garland.
He's become ultra popular in Vancouver, Garland has. Right now the goal that is the difference in paying the price, leaving his feet.
This will be rolled back in. Chetkov with it. Off the glass and up for Hall. He finds Nystrom. He's being hawked there by King. And this one will bounce back, and Filip Hronek will settle it down, and Vancouver makes their way over their blue line. They'll make a change. Pettersson, Marcus, got it in deep. Carolina, though, clears it out for Ehlers. This will be offside on Vancouver.
Carolina's last 2 third periods have been a tale of 2 different cities. Now, they were playing really well in the first 2 periods against Toronto, and they eventually got rewarded with a nice blend of their forecheck and transition. That beautiful deceptive feed on the game winner, Miller to Stankoven. Hall had gotten the equalizer, and then trailing against Washington, Washington gave nothing in the third period on Tuesday night. So another Canadian team, you're hoping that this third period is going to mirror the one in Toronto on Sunday.
And the good news, we don't need 2 goals, but the bad news is you're down 1. And as this pass finds Nikishin, he'll sweep it in. Lankinen can't slow it down, rolled around the boards, and it'll pop out. Carolina needs to tag up. Nikishin waits for Ehlers and company to get on the right side of the blue line. Lankinen moves it. And quickly, Vancouver will get this for Jake DeBrusk. Dad Louis will be in the building tomorrow as the color commentator for the Edmonton Oilers, and Connor McDavid and company will be here. And it'll be a 7 o'clock face-off. As Carolina is just concerned about getting one here. Blake crisscrossing spinorama, tries a little short backhand, and Lankinen makes the save holding the post. This one back to the point. Walker to Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere carving out some room. Blake, Gostisbehere. A touch there by Walker, and Lankinen gets a piece, deflects into the corner. It's a good look by Carolina. Blake's pass into the equipment of Walker. And former Carolina Hurricane, Mackenzie McEachern, 8 playoff games. Plays his career. Yeah, it was an outstanding postseason in 2023.
Came in late in the Islanders series in the first round. It was a real difference maker.
Going an assist in game 4.
Yeah, he played very well. Robinson had the net front on that last try for Carolina. Lankinen, not the biggest guy. He's gotten better as the game has wore along. You're going to have to find a way to get to the front of the net.
So Chetkov plays this one all the way down, and Vancouver wins the skate race for icing.
Defensive zone draw coming up for the captain against Elias Pettersson, and after Carolina had a decided edge in the face-off circle in the first, the Canucks roared back and have a slight edge through 40.
Canes will win this one. And knock it back to the Vancouver blue line. Stahl trying to play it away from Wielander. And this is going to find its way into the Cane zone. Now right back in. Svechnikov looking for his 4th regular season hat trick. His last regular season hat trick against Montreal, December 28th. There's a chance. This is rolled through, and Kochetkov will get the glove to it and hang on. If you ever miss a live Canes game, catch up with game replays on the FanDuel Sports Network app. As soon as the final whistle blows, watch every highlight and big moment. Your choice of 5, 10, or 15-minute condensed games. Download the FanDuel Sports Network app today.
For the ADD, individuals like myself, that's wonderful. 2 of those Svechnikov hat tricks in his career were against the team coming in tomorrow, the Edmonton Oilers.
We'll see if he can continue to score hat tricks against the Pacific Division. He's got the 2 goals for the Canes tonight. Came back in the first period. Now it's Vancouver. Myers' shot. Kochetkov gets the body to it, and it will ricochet over the blue line. Kochetkov deflects this one up. Walker trying to clear. Knocked down. Too far for Sherwood. Gostisbehere. He hands this one away, and Svechnikov. It, but it will give it away to Besser. Canes will keep it in. Svechnikov has a chance. At the right point, he does. Down low. It's Hall to Aho. Back across for Svechnikov, but too far. And Sherwood can skate this out.
Aho and Svechnikov, since Jarvis went down, they've seen 3 different wingers. Robinson, then Blake, and now Taylor Hall. Their best looks were with Jackson Blake in the second.
Here's Blake. Going wide. Wielander will give him a shove. And this will be chipped out. Good play by O'Connor. Ratu just deflects it in the corner. Nikishin giving a hit. Just a bit of a slight shoulder there by O'Connor. And Vancouver will collect this here. Coming up on 14:45 left here in the third. Canes trailing by a goal. Bouncing puck in on Kochetkov. He handles it for Nystrom. Canes advance. Trying to connect for Ehlers. Blake will chip at it, but offside Carolina.
Jackson Blake, I mean, truthfully, he's been buzzing all year. He and Stankoven, you know, it's purposeful shift after purposeful shift. And, you know, you look at his ability to generate speed, pound pucks on the forecheck, but you know, when there's ice for him in the neutral zone, he can do wonders with it. Just about tied the game, and you know, always playing an incredibly motivated brand of hockey. It was his penalty, you know, that was part of the penalty trouble in the second period. He's going to want to amend for that. I think he's been really consistently good this year.
As this one will be deflected out of play. 14:27 remaining here in the third period.
I just think of the word purposeful when it comes to the shifts of both Jackson Blake and Logan Stankoven. I mean, with Logan Stankoven, here it's their chemistry. They switch sides. That one I thought he could have shot from distance. You know, by the time he tries to make the move along the goal line, backhand, forehand, there's not much vacancy at the end. And after he and Stankoven changed lanes, I thought he could have quick released it in stride.
Aho wins this draw back from Miller. Miller's pass will be deflected in the air, knocked down by Aho behind the net. Marcus Pettersson around the boards. Miller with a keep-in. Gonna go all the way around, and Eastern fans out of it. Kochetkov started to make a move out of his crease, and Miller hustles back. What a play by Keandre Miller. And then he's got another hit for good measure at the Vancouver blue line as he ran into Pettersson there. And then Lankinen.
Kane's asking him to go. Keandre Miller does not. You're down in the hockey game. He's had good offensive numbers this year.
And as Kane was trying to get into a fight, he got backed into by Nystrom. Gotta keep your head on a swivel there, kids. Now a chance. Svechnikov, Gostisbehere, back across! And Taylor Hall ties it! Oh, what a setup! And the Canes kept playing, and we're tied at 3.
Keandre Miller, after his collision with Evander Kane tried to get him to drop the gloves. Had Kane and Miller dropped him, this wouldn't have happened. This gorgeous tying goal. Heavy lifting from Svechnikov below the goal line. Gostisbehere has been dangerous all night. Makes the extra pass. Full commitment from both Lankinen and the defenseman Myers. And Taylor Hall on the Aho line here in this third period. Has his second tying goal in less than a week going back to Toronto.
A shot right here as Vancouver on the bump-up shift. Jumps into the zone, but handled by Kochetkov. Carolina coming the other way. Ehlers, Blake, back to Ehlers, out in front. Stankoven has it deflected off of his body and just past the net. And the Canes are buzzing. Gostisbehere, across Stankoven's shot. That breaks the stick of Hronek. Blake trying to get to it. Ratu with it. He'll flip this one high back into the Canes zone. It won't be icing. Canes can change up. Give the assist to Shane Gostisbehere and Andrei Svechnikov continuing his night. 2 goals and an assist as he's factored in on all 3, and this is icing here on Vancouver.
And a really good bump-up shift after that beautiful tying goal. Easily could have been 4-3 for Carolina. Ehlers, with his hockey IQ, he would have recognized that Stankoven got to the net first. You had the middle lane drive before the drop from Ehlers, cutting to the middle fearlessly from Blake, and Stankoven got there first. Just missed.
The Canes stall. He muscles his way to the front of the net. That'll be knocked away and knocked forward by McEachern. We've got here. Lankinen has to play it around the boards. Off of Stahl. Comes for a good stick there by Riley as he knocks it into the bench. 12-11 left here in the third. Taylor Hall. He's come up with his 4th goal of the season, and that's got everybody amped up here on Hockey Fights Cancer Night.
Mike Maniscalco here, and I'm hanging out with my good friend Paul Auclair, the owner of Deep River Brewing Company and proud sponsor of your Carolina Hurricanes. Paul, tell us a little bit about Deep River Brewing Company.
Deep River Brewing Company is located at 700 West Main Street in historic downtown Clayton, North Carolina. Our brewery and tap room are open Wednesday through Sunday. We have 12 beers on tap and food trucks on site daily.
And you can find Deep River beer at local bottle shops, restaurants, and grocery stores. If you don't find Deep River at your local watering hole, make sure to ask for it by name. And remember, drink local.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week.
Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion.
Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift. It lets them dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats. Holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
12-11 remaining in the third period. This game is now tied at 3. One thing that we can never question about this Carolina Hurricanes team is their heart and their ability to work to come back into games and believe in the process that the head coach puts in front of them, Tripp. You can never quantify players' hearts, but every single day you and I get to watch this team put it on the line on a daily basis.
You know, Shane, too, and I'm going to mention not just their hearts, but their heads. If Keandre Miller says, okay, Vander, let's go, that tying goal doesn't happen. So it's the hearts that you appropriately mentioned and the head of Keandre Miller that leads to Taylor Hall on the ice right now, a big goal on his birthday.
This will be swept back in by Svechnikov. Vancouver will promptly ice this one. Let's get a look at tonight's Chipotle difference maker. Games played in team history. There's Jordan Stahl, 914, but tonight Rod Brind'Amour has some company as Sebastian Aho ties Rod Brindamore for 5th most games played in Canes franchise history, not the total organization's history. Offensive zone face-off here. Stankoven is pushed back. Blake, though, charges after it. He'll reach and try to get a stick to it, but up the boards. Heavy shove there is Gostisbehere is knocked down to the ice by Pettersson, but the Canes will bring it right back in. Walker, Ehlers. His shot deflected. Gostisbehere will get to it. Here's Gostisbehere. He took the pass from Stankoven. Filling the lane, then he'll hustle it back. Walker. He'll drop it back. Gostisbehere with traffic, but it doesn't get through. It hits Blake. Back up top, Walker looking. Walker's shot. That'll be deflected by Pettersson over the glass into the netting.
Walker and Gostisbehere together for the first time this year have been dynamic in every offensive category. I mean, Walker had that tough turnover. He'd be the first to say it on the Pettersson shorthander back in the first period, and then the penalty that led to the Garland goal. But they have been very dangerous offensively here tonight.
Stahl trying to get that one across for Robinson. And it'll find Myers. And here comes Vancouver. Worked around. Kochetkov will seal this one off the glass. And then off the boards. Martinook. Martinook stays on his skates, cuts to the front, to the backhand. Lankinen with the save. Martinook looking for his 98th career goal there. Almost had it. And this place would have gone to 11. Speaking of, Stahl with it. Now to Martinook. Long drive by Riley. Misses everything. Robinson to it. Back for Martinook. Martinook leaves it for Stahl. Riley plays it back for the Canes captain. They'll find Martinook. Robinson's out in front. Right idea by Martinook. Stahl got a glove to it, but Vancouver able to clear. Now Robinson, he's got Stahl, middle lane. Stahl settles it down, but Hronek got a stick and will deflect that one out of play. Halfway through the third period, Carolina and Vancouver tied at 3.
Hey, Caniacs. As the official security partner of the Carolina Hurricanes, the local team at Vector Security is committed to protecting homes and businesses across the Research Triangle. Our families live here and contribute to our communities, so we have a vested interest in keeping the homes and businesses of our neighbors safe and secure. Visit vectorsecurity.com/canes for a free home or business security assessment. That's vectorsecurity.com/canes.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot height. It's only more Hail Marys. It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Shane Gostisbehere in his second game back after his returning from his second injury this season. He has been noticeable shift in, shift out. And, you know, when he missed that gaping net in the second period, this tells you about the depth of the confidence he has in his hands and his process. That he sells the shot, makes that seam pass at 5-on-5 to Taylor Hall, and Hall buries it on his birthday. Gostisbehere has been very good tonight.
Vancouver clears the zone here. There's Hall. As I mentioned, the birthday boy. You know, he'd like to get another candle here as This one will be offside, or make it an icing call and drag it all the way back to the Cane zone. And it is Hockey Fights Cancer Night. And as all of you out there know, this insidious disease at some point in time has gotten a hold of everyone. And there's somebody dealing with cancer in our family here, Chip, on this draw, Mark Gardner. It is an aggressive form, and our thoughts are with him. We are hoping that he can take this head on, beat it, and get back to work with us here at the Novo Center. And all of you are in the fight with what you've been able to do. You're not alone. We're all with you. And again, the initiative that the NHL started all the way back in 1998. And it's still a long road to hoe, but any little difference that you can make will help. Time, money, whatever it would be to help those who are in it. And if you know somebody who's going through it right now, pick up the phone. Last year, lost my mother-in-law to pancreatic cancer. And another reminder to get screened, get tested if something doesn't feel right.
I remember when I was 13 years old playing hockey and my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm sure she's watching tonight. The parents did not use the word cancer, which I felt was very smart, especially for a young kid.
Yeah.
She had early detection, and all these decades later, she's a huge Caniac.
I will not call her as tough as a $2 steak, but you know that she is. So
she likes the temperature a lot different than I do, but she's as tough as they come. She'll be 90 in late January. Oh, sorry, Mom, about the age.
That was Tripp who said that, Mickey. As the Canes trying to work this one in, they'll stay on side. Good work to do so. Ehlers will spin out. Carolina will get to this now, looking to find the go-ahead goal. Tied it up here by Taylor Hall. Now a chance for Mike Riley in center ice. This will be wrapped all the way around the boards. Joseph wants to clear. We'll get it right back to the Canes blue line. Riley hands it off for Nikishin. Up the boards. Here's a chance. Ehlers. Ehlers looking for Martinook. Martinook behind the net. Back for Ehlers. Up top. Nikishin shot right through it. Rebound off of the Lankinen save. Gets to Martinook. Riley across for Nikishin. Alexander Nikishin trying to spin away from McEachern. He does, but he'll get it to Stahl out in front for Nikishin, and Lankinen makes the save.
I love when Nikishin is a rover offensively.
He's there right now. Stahl with it. Drop it back for Riley. Riley tries a slap pass and breaks his stick. And a chance here for Vancouver as they'll advance it. McEachern run into by Stahl. Marcus Pettersson. Get it down low. Aronix there. Back up top for Pettersson. Looking for Ratu, but that'll be bounced to Martinook, and he'll clear, and Carolina can get fresh skaters on the ice.
I think Martinook was coming back to the slot to give Riley a stick. They're both lefties. You'd rather have, if one guy's without, you'd rather have it be a forward, not a defenseman, but then he came up with the clear.
Eastrom will wrap this one around. It'll take a bounce. Fortunate for Vancouver, give them a chance to clear. O'Connor throws this into the corner. DeBrusk entangled there with Miller. Poked around the boards to an open wing where Aho finds it. He'll play it past Myers. Svechnikov just out of the reach of Taylor Hall. Hall forcing Ratu to drop that one back to Marcus Pettersson. With DeBrusk. And in offside as DeBrusk had to draw it back with 6:33 left here in the third. Tied at 3.
Martinook just made a heady defensive play. How about this move? Where, as you said, Mike, he would have brought the roof down, and it would have been particularly special for him because he played his junior hockey in Vancouver for the Giants in the Western Hockey League. Good movement save from Lankinen. Pretty tough there for Martinook to be able to find the necessary loft to score. That would have been a special one for him, period, but especially part of his hockey history playing junior in Vancouver.
Now Ghost tries a stretch pass. Shane Gostisbehere. We're out of October. Trying to put that one with Ehlers right on Lankinen. Now, second opportunity here. Ehlers around it. Blake with a chance. Loose puck. And spit its way out over the blue line, and that forces Walker all the way back to get it. And set up behind Kochetkov. We'll leave it there for Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere looking for Ehlers, but that'll miss him. That will be icing on Carolina. Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers in town tomorrow. It'll be FanDuel Sports Network coverage starting at 6:30. Shane Willis part of that. And Shane, when you bring in a dynamic force like that, what do you have to look out for if you're the Canes tomorrow night?
I can't wait to watch from between the benches. One of the most important areas of the ice is going to be the neutral zone, Mike. The speed McDavid can carry through there, the Hurricanes are have to be at their best to slow him down.
Without a doubt. By the way, McDavid is starting to heat up in the goal-scoring category as well.
Some chance that Zach Hyman, who's been a huge loss, certainly was missed massively in the Stanley Cup Final, may play.
Yep. Has not played yet in the regular season. McDavid riding a 7-game point streak coming into tomorrow night, but focus right here tonight against Vancouver. 3-3 game. With 5 minutes and 25 seconds left. Carolina has played the majority of this game without Seth Jarvis, who left in the first period with an upper body concern, and Jesperi Kotkaniemi left late in the second period. Canes down to 10 forwards in this one. This will be chipped out. Good work here by Carolina, but Vancouver seals it. A chance stepping in is Carlson, and the save made by Kochetkov. Linus Carlson got the step. Now Vancouver trying to assert themselves. Now a long stretch pass and being able to get to it will be Svechnikov. All by himself behind the Vancouver net. He tries the lacrosse move, and Lankinen got just a piece.
He was slow on it, though.
No chance here for Aho. That one really would have torn the roof off. Out in front, Hall waves at it. Myers and Pettersson collapsed on Hall, looking for his second on his birthday. And this one will get past Sebastian Aho. He'll turn on McEachern.
Since he gave up the Garland goal, Vancouver's third, Kochetkov has settled in. It was a quality save he made before Svechnikov tried the lax tally at the other end. He really was aggressive, knowing it was going to be a shot, no option for a pass.
Svechnikov just settled Jake DeBrusk to the ice. There's Riley looking for an option. Nikishin around the boards in the Vancouver zone. DeBrusk chips it back. Blake will get to it. He'll take a couple of shoves from DeBrusk. And out in front, Stankoven tries to play it away from O'Connor. DeBrusk, he'll chip it into the Canes zone. Kochetkov comes out dangerously close. They're playing it in the no-play zone for goaltenders. Gostisbehere with it. This one goes off the skates of Ehlers, and that'll be offside. 3:35 left here in the third. Pyotr Kochetkov robbing Linus Karlsson, keeping it tied at 3. Andrei Svechnikov trying for the lead on the lacrosse, and Taylor Hall on his birthday. One more gift, but he's denied. It's 3-3. Hurricanes fans, the future of entertainment is coming to Raleigh, and Lenovo is helping lead the way. Lenovo Center is home to the Carolina Hurricanes and the starting point for a highly anticipated entertainment district where technology, food, and fun will converge. As your North Carolina neighbor, for 2 decades, Lenovo is powering the fan experience every step of the way. Join us for a Canes game this season. We'll see you there.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
.335 left in the third. Canes and Canucks tied at 3.
you've had the better play, but you had to tie the game in the third period. Just have the recognition of the importance of, at the very least, a point. These last few minutes.
Robinson gets it to Gostisbehere, swept behind the net. Loose puck, Martinook takes a peek out in front, had Robinson there. Circle back to the point, deflected out in front. Robinson there, some big net front presence from Carolina. But Vancouver able to get through that. Sasson resisting the hurricane zone. Get some help there from Besser. Up the boards, but Stahl will get to it. Robinson gives him an option, but it'll roll on Robinson. Hronek with it. Now, under 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Hall knocks it to himself and tries to slide that through. Just far of the left post of Lankinen there. That's Vancouver. Great stick. As the Canes, DeAndre Miller gets it up. Hall with it. Hall taking a peek. Hall back for Aho. Stands on it. Second attempt. That goes wide. Just past the catching glove of Lankinen. Aho gets it again. This time through traffic. Same spot. Just misses again. Hall with it. Tight turn. He's going to hand this one. Svechnikov. 2 goals tonight. He'll get it back for Aho. To Svechnikov. Pass for Aho. Works it back. Nystrom keeps it in. Aho cranks it up. Looking for a redirect. That goes just wide. Miller down into the corner. Hronek run into by Svechnikov.
No stick for Miller. He'll head to the bench.
Hronek slow to get up after that hit from Svechnikov. He lost his stick. He'll kick that one to Pettersson. Can't clear. Kept in by Ehlers. Canes on the attack here. Blake, a minute 45 left. Jackson Blake up top. Riley shot doesn't get through. Second attempt. Settled down Ehlers. Back for Riley. Back to Ehlers. Riley with it again. Riley shot save made Lankinen. Rebound comes free. Besser to it. He'll just flip this to the Canes blue line. Minute 25 remaining here in the third. Hurricanes Canucks tied at 3. This will be dropped back. Work forward for Blake. He'll lose the handle. Myers plays it off the glass to Garland. 70 seconds left. Garland flips this one. Angles into the Canes zone off of the boards in front of the Canes bench. And this one sent for Walker. He'll flip it high. Back into the Vancouver zone. Under a minute remaining here in regulation. Tied at 3. And this will be icing on Vancouver with 50.6 left.
You know, when it went 3-2, Kochetkov's got to be looking up at the shot clock. The goals weren't on him. But, you know, he had seen 8 shots, 3 goals. And that's why at the time I said, hey, this is going to be a mental challenge for him. And he has made some underrated stops. This one on Carlson, knowing shooting's the only option, he's way above his crease.
Stahl against Ratu. Stahl wins it back. Miller through traffic. Lankinen absorbs. He'll get a whistle.
You know, because that's a lonely feeling for a goaltender. You know, you look up, the goals aren't on you. But 8 shots, I mean, you're stopping just over 50% what's been thrown your way. And he's made some quality saves to allow Carolina to knot this thing at 3. Big offensive zone draw here. Stahl, Pettersson in for Vancouver.
Stahl, he'll get help. We'll do it again. It looked like a clean draw, but we'll do it again.
I think Stahl's gonna get booted.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was encroachment from the wings. Let's see why he got booted. Skates stay outside of that. Oh, no, his right skate. Yeah. Broke that plane, that T that you see prematurely. It's the right call.
So Martinook will take the draw now. He'll get some help tying it up, and it works its way back from Miller. Miller through traffic. Robinson got to stick to it. He'll track it down, watched by Myers. Eric Robinson for Stahl. Now Martinook. Martinook tries a diving chance at the side of the net. And a loose puck. Besser works it out for Pettersson. Looking for Garland. That's kicked away. Martinook with it. Robinson was calling for it. He'll get to it. 20 seconds remaining here in regulation. His pass a little too far. A chance for Vilander to the Canes blue line, and Garland will deflect that one over glass and out of play.
Hurricanes have played a smart last 3 or 4 minutes here. They've continued to press. They easily could have scored, but they've had the recognition, because they have, I mean, they're looking to go 12-5. And even with all the injuries in this start that they've had, they've left some points on the table. You've got a Vancouver player headed, is it Hronek? Might be, it looked like it was Hronek. He was on the receiving end of that Svechnikov hit, that shift a minute ago.
Face-off just outside the Canes blue line. 8 seconds left here in a 3-3 game in regulation. Nikishin moves it up the boards. Up for Svechnikov. He'll move it out in between the blue lines, and this is how regulation comes to a close. We have got bonus hockey coming your way. So Andrei Svechnikov, 2 goals in the first period, coming up with his 5th and 6th of the season. And Taylor Hall with the equalizer in the 3rd. Overtime coming up here in Raleigh.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca Chicken, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, seasoned with authentic Peruvian spices, to made-to-order dishes, we've got something for every diet. Family-owned, local, and always fresh. Download our app today and get a free entree just for signing up. You can also start earning loyalty points and check out our weekday specials. Don't forget to order catering for your next event, and wow all your guests with the Triangle's most memorable chicken. See you soon at Alpaca.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year, 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
We go to overtime, and that means Sebastian Aho time, Trip.
Well, we'll play Edmonton tomorrow night. Had one early last season against Edmonton, and then to cap off a great road trip against Vancouver, who's obviously playing against tonight.
5 overtime goals.
And he loves this Pacific Division because he had one against Calgary too. So when I look at Carolina so far this year in 3-on-3, they have had an edge in valuing puck possession, not forcing what's not there and waiting for the one good opportunity.
Who do you put with Aho, with Jarvis unavailable the rest of this game?
I'd put Jackson Blake. You know, a righty like Jarvis.
We will see. Vancouver.
Could do Stankoven too.
Canucks win the draw. Garland. And like what he sees, he'll take this one back out over the blue line. Canes have Gostisbehere and Walker, 2 defensemen installed. Vancouver has Pettersson with Garland, and you can guess another Pettersson, this time Marcus. Vancouver hanging on to the puck for the first 35 seconds here of overtime. 3-3 game. As Besser has it. Canes can get Aho on the ice. Still have Walker and Gostisbehere out here. Sherwood, he drops this one back. Besser, watched by Walker. Sherwood, he'll take this one out over the blue line. Much to the dismay of the Canes fans, but that's the strategy. Now DeBrusk with it. Jake DeBrusk looking for some room. It'll drop back for Besser. Besser, he'll get it across. And a chance here, DeBrusk into the corner. Played back out, Sherwood. Kiefer Sherwood with it. He'll hand it off for Jake DeBrusk. Vancouver very deliberate. DeBrusk will take it out over the blue line.
It's smart. And by the way, it would have been Svechnikov with Aho, but Aho's been on for so long, and Svechnikov hasn't been able to get on the ice.
Now Evander Kane drops it back for Sherwood. Right back over the blue line again for Sasson. And the first goal tonight. Svechnikov tried to come on the ice and had to hustle back. Kane, he drops it here. Vilander with it. We'll settle this for Sasson. And again, 2 minutes gone by. And a reload for Vancouver. Kane. He gets it back for Wilander. Out of the reach of Aho. Gostisbehere and Walker have been on the ice for every second of this overtime right now. 2:45 left in OT. Sasson will drop. Shot there by Kane. Save Kochetkov. That's a sturdy save there. Canes could use a whistle or puck possession. Either way, as we're halfway through this overtime. Pettersson with it. Drop it back from Myers. Myers, the big man, flings it across for Garland. Garland hands it across Pettersson. Pettersson tries to make a move on Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere with it. He'll go across the rink for Aho, and his partner Walker can get off the ice.
Oh, man. And then eventually Gostisbehere and Aho will be able to get off the ice. What a play by Gostisbehere. All about conditioning, as long as that shift was. You go back to the overtime win against Philadelphia here in this building, how good he was defensively in overtime.
Think about it, it's his third game back from injury. Now Miller, Svechnikov, back to Miller. His shot deflected by Myers over the glass into the netting.
Well, Myers has the reach that Miller does.
Of a condor?
I mean, this was some kind of bend but don't break shift. And Evander Kane may not be the player he used to be, but he can still release the puck. Kochetkov has been particularly good on his blocker side, so finally you make the change. Svechnikov set up Miller, but Myers, the former Rookie of the Year, made a nice play.
Now Stahl will take the offensive zone draw. He wins it back from Miller. Stahl will head to the bench. And it's Jackson Blake along with Andrei Svechnikov, DeAndre Miller. Blake, he doesn't like what he sees. 90 seconds left in overtime. And try it again. Hand it off for Svechnikov. Sherwood gets in the way. Around for Pettersson. Pettersson will play it up for Ratu. Here's Sherwood. He tees it up. That'll miss everything off the glass. Besser wanted to keep it in. Blake got to it, but almost had the pocket pick. The Canes will retain possession. Svechnikov drops it back from Miller. Svechnikov heads to the bench. Change here. Nikolai Ehlers on the ice now. Ehlers has got fresh legs. Ehlers pressing the issue across for Blake. Blake drag shot. Blake the rebound. It'll be knocked away. Gostisbehere cranks it up, and Lankinen gets across to make the save.
That was like Nikolai Ehlers saying to his new coach, use me more in overtime. He was flying, the guy they call Fly. Revving it up, and eventually Blake follows up, and the puck hits something on the way in. Good initial save from Lankinen, puck retrieval, and then another quality stop on Gostisbehere. That was some kind of rush with speed from Nikolai Ehlers.
He brings that dimension to this Canes team. And now it's Aho and Ehlers with Gostisbehere. And 46.3 seconds left in overtime. Aho wins it to Gostisbehere. Ehlers has a lane. Ehlers shot. Lankinen makes a save. Doesn't know where the puck is. And he'll get the whistle. It's right to his right. Following the Chip Tracy credo, if you don't know where it is, don't move.
Well, Ehlers, after Aho digs in and wins the draw, interchange, Gostisbehere cuts the middle, and Ehlers is trying to get a goaltender reaching. Popular shot location. If he reaches just a little bit, beats him right underneath the arm, right in the armpit or underneath. And Lankinen did a fine job of just squeezing it off, because that was a heavy shot.
Same three stay on the ice for the Canes, and another win for Aho. Aho turning around Pettersson. Oh, scores! Game over! Sebastian Aho wins it in overtime!
Sebastian Aho won not one but two critical draws late in overtime. Puck possession was on display in this overtime. Uses Garland as a screen and wires it by Lankinen to end this thing. The overtime magician he's been, had one against Vancouver in overtime last year. And on the game that Sebastian Aho ties his captain, Rod Brindamore, on the all-time games played list here in Carolina, he puts this come-from-behind victory to bed. What a shot!
And for the 6th time this year, he doesn't want to be the center of attention. The Canes fans are treated to a storm surge here at Lenovo Center.
The Pacific Division does not want to see Sebastian Aho in overtimes. Couple recently against Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary.
With the win, the Carolina Ale House will donate $200 to the Carolina Hurricanes Foundation with the Points for Kids program. The 12th time they'll do that this season, and what a way. You talk about hockey fights cancer. It's about being relentless, sticking with it, being positive. And that is exactly where the Canes were tonight as they get the 4-3 win. Shane Gostisbehere with a 3-assist performance for Carolina tonight.
He was massive. Being able to get to the middle on the blue line on 2 chances. Ehlers had one right prior to Aho. Creates room for Sebastian. But you needed growth from Sebastian, in particular in the face-off circle. And to win those 2 draws on his tougher side late before ending it.
Here are the 3 stars. And Shane Gostisbehere with those 3 assists is your 3rd star.
The 2nd star of the game from the Carolina Hurricanes with an assist. And the game-winning overtime goal, number 20, Sebastian Aho. The Carolina Hurricanes with an assist and 2 goals, number 37, Andrei Svechnikov.
The first star tonight. He was in search of his 4th regular season hat trick, but he'll take the win. Andrei Svechnikov, the 1st star. We'll talk with our Hannah Yates.
Andre, this group comes back from a deficit, down 2 forwards, pushing through. How do you think you pulled off the win?
Yeah, you know, we played the 3 lines in the 3rd period. That was pretty hard, but we took it the momentum, you know, and keep playing our game, and I thought we were controlling the game very well.
This group tends to do well when it comes to bonus hockey. What do you think it is about these players that relish the space out there?
I just feel that's just how we build up, to be honest. You know, we never back down, never give up, just go, go, go. That's all.
Obviously, it's a special night here, bigger than the game for Hockey Fights Cancer. You and I talked about it. How much more special does it make it to pull off this win in front of this fan base?
Yeah, that means a lot, you know, to see people coming with the cancer, and we try to support them as much as we can and, you know, give it to them.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Andre.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Well, let's just